The following is a presentation of the HAN Network, the leader for local news, sports, and entertainment in Fairfield and Westchester counties. It's the kind of day that everyone seems to be looking at each other going, it's a beautiful day for baseball. From Darien High School, the 2016 FCIAC Quarterfinals are on the air on the HAN Network. Good afternoon, everyone. Along with Frank Granito, AJ Simonowski directing, Sean Saylor in the house, I'm Rob Adams. Today, we've got the 1-8 matchup, the top seed, the Darien Blue Wave, hosting the number 8 seed, the Danbury Hatters, on a stunningly beautiful day at Darien High School. And Frank, finally the playoffs have come. The Hatters made it by virtue of their 3-1 victory over the Staples Wreckers on Wednesday afternoon, and now they go up against the top seed. Good afternoon to you.
And thank you, Rob. And it's interesting, with that win over Staples, it eliminated both Staples and Wilton had already been knocked out, so we have lost both teams from last year's championship. So no matter what, we will have a new champion here in FCIAC Baseball in 2016, but it is an absolutely perfect day for the start of the baseball playoffs. If we look at the other matchups in the FCIAC, the 2-7 is Greenwich versus Fairfield Ward. 3-6 is Trumbull versus St. Joe's, and the winner of this one will await the winner of the 4-5 matchup, Norwalk versus Ridgefield, and a lot of good matchups across the board.
A lot of good ones, and certainly a lot of fun to watch today, and we're happy to be here with you for this game. Let's meet the starting lineups while we have a minute. First, for the Danbury Hatters, you want to run through them?
So we'll have leading off, playing right field, number 21, that's going to be Brent Jacobellis. The freshman, number 5, Javon Hernandez, will be DHing. At shortstop, it's number 2, Eric Cerno, the senior. Playing catcher is number 33, Mike Hollis. In left field, it's going to be number 15, Devin Trotta. At second base, number 13, Derek Garnett. Playing third base is number 1, Jeff Torres. At first base, number 29, Nick Gervasio. And in center field, the lefty, number 32, Mike Tucci, rounds out the order in the second leadoff spot.
As for the Darien Blue Wave, they'll defensively line up with Tyler Grant in left, Justin Jordan in center, and Mark Schmidt around and right. Jamie Schofield plays third, Chris Drake at shortstop, Matt Drake at second base. Casey Brown is at first base with Sean O'Malley behind the plate, catching the right-hander, Richard Brereton, taking the hill today for the Blue Wave. They are coached by Mike Scott. On the other side, it's Sean Ratchford of the Danbury Hatters. The Hatters at 12-8, 9-7 in the conference. The Blue Wave, the number 1 seed, at 17-3 overall, 13-3 in the FCIAC.
And of course, we saw Darien finish last year as the number 1 seed in the FCIAC as well. They fell in the FCIAC semifinals 5-1 to Wilton, but in their quarterfinal, they had a nice win, 6-1 over Stanford. This is a Darien team, though, that is set on advancing past the semifinals this year. They've got their eyes on a championship and expect to be at Harbor Yard late in the week next week.
And the narrative is very simple. No top seed has won the FCIAC since 2009. It's been a long time since the number 1 seed has taken home the crown.
And it's such a unique conference, and you see it at every level of baseball. If the right team has a hot pitcher, they're able to make a deep run, and they can carry you all the way to a championship.
What a great crowd we have on hand, by the way. All kinds of people have come out. I was joking with the folks over here to our right behind home plate. I said, is this the VIP section? Because these are the box seats right here. They got the good stuff today.
Bring your own lawn chair.
Absolutely true. You get a view over the shoulder of Sean Ratchford, and we are ready for baseball. Brent Jacobellis, a right-handed hitter, will step in. He is the right fielder, and he will face the righty, Richard Brereton, on the hill today, with Javon Hernandez and Eric Cerno on deck.
And Brereton, one of several pitchers that makes this Darien team so scary heading into the postseason now. They have got a lot of pitchers who have had a lot of success this year, and if it isn't going right for one of them, they've got a bunch who can pick each other up.
It is exciting to be here. We're excited to get it going. Jacobellis ready. He steps in, batting .308 on the season. The right-handed hitter waves the bat a couple of times. Sean O'Malley puts down the digits behind the plate. Let's do it. First pitch on the way. Fastball, a called strike, 0-1. First pitch, 4:06. From an HAN perspective, we are content. No balls, 1 strike, 72 degrees at first pitch. And here it comes. Breaking ball is down the line and snagged at third. Nice play at third by Jamie Schofield. 1 away.
And that pitch down low and inside looked like it jammed up Jacob Bellis a little bit there. Didn't get as much on it as he would like. And a nice stab by Jamie Schofield, the third baseman.
4 cameras today, all down the left field line and 1 behind home plate. We'll introduce the crew when time allows. Here's Javon Hernandez, right-handed hitter. He swings at the first pitch and rolls at the third. Backhanded stop by Schofield, throws him out, 2 away.
And you got to like the aggressive approach from the freshman at the dish there. His first postseason appearance now with the varsity. His first as a Danbury Hatter. Comes up to the plate, swinging right away. Good contact on it, but a better play at third by Schofield on the backhand.
Eric Cerno batting .268 on the year with 11 runs batted in. That is tied for the team high. 4 doubles and 2 triples. This is not a home run hitting squad. Takes a fastball, misses away, 1-0.
No, and this is a Danbury team that loves to play small ball. They have a lot of set plays for first and third positions. We will see them bunt, and they are lethal when they are on the bases, so they've got to take advantage when they get base runners today against this Darien pitching staff.
The 1-0 is short hopped, 2 balls and no strikes. 3:15 down the lines here. Those are the markings. One with a little, there's a smaller marker in the upper corner of each fence in the corner, and then there's a little bit of a larger one in left field, the 2-0. A fastball called strike right at the letters, 2-1.
Cerno, one of the captains for this Hatters team. Good patient at bat here after you've had 2 quick outs to start the game. Work your way into the count, force Berenson to throw some pitches.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out. That misses high. 3-1. No score, top of the first. Mike Hallis on deck. He stopped over our booth on Wednesday at Danbury and said, see, I told you we'd be in the playoffs. The 3-1 pitch on the way with 2 out. Here it comes. Fastball swung around and missed, 3-2.
Looked like it might have been a little bit high there, but Cerno aggressive at the dish, trying to get that first hit here for the Hatters. And we've got a full count to start the first inning.
Payoff pitch on the way. Brereton straightens up, works from the stretch, cranks and brings it home. Pushed foul, out of play. It stays 3-2. Most of the crowd will hang out down the third base line and here in the VIP section. Down the right field line, the first base line, there are some other fans as well. Bleachers on each side, and it's a truly nice atmosphere on a sun-drenched Friday afternoon. Some clouds overhead makes for a nice picture. The payoff pitch on the way is a breaking ball that stays high, ball 4.
And as nice as the VIP seats are, I think the play might be to pull your pickup truck right behind the scoreboard in right field and hang out on the hill.
And that's the beauty of it, is there's so many ways that you can watch baseball at this field. But I do say, with all due respect, be careful where you park. I did once watch a very good ball player named Jeff DeVico from Greenwich hit a windshield beyond the left center field fence many years ago.
Hoping I'm tucked far enough behind the HAN.
Mike Hallis takes a fastball high, 1-0. Hallis, a right-handed hitter, comes into this game hitting at .303. He has 10 RBIs, 4 doubles, and a triple. We love having these stats just to introduce, that's all. Runner stays put, off-speed pitches a called strike, 1-1. Don't like to, personally, as a broadcaster, I don't like to rely too much on them. I like to give you that introductory, and then I'm done with them after that.
It's good. You like to give it a sense of how they've done on the season, why they're in that position in the lineup.
1-1 with 2 out is a called strike at the knees on the outer half, 1-2.
House a little upset with that call. He disagreed there. Nevertheless, he's going to have to fight off now with 2 outs and 2 strikes against him.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, no score, top of the first. We're in the quarterfinals. Check of the runner, set at the letters. Brereton brings it home. Fastball lifted, foul, back behind the plate, goes into the trees, and it's still 1-2. It is best if you can retrieve the loose ball, but being back in those woods, I don't like your chances.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see Cerno get aggressive here on the base pass, maybe try to stake second, but you've got to be careful. O'Malley has got a big arm behind the plate.
Cerno 4 for 4 on stolen bases. As a team, the Hatters 47 out of 51. Brereton peels over his left shoulder, now brings it home. And a breaking ball is a called strike 3. Hallis knew it, certainly frustrated. The inning comes to an end. No runs, no hits, a walk, no errors, 1 left. Half an inning gone by in the quarterfinals. Danbury nothing. Darien coming to bat. You are watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
Can't wait for it to get warmer so you can start fishing again? Get over to the Dock Shop, where they have the latest in fishing tackle, marine electronics, boating supplies, and more. But remember, the Dock Shop isn't your average tackle shop. You'll also find the finest selection of nautical apparel, jewelry, home decor, and gifts in New England. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, dockshop.com.
Alberto Londano Professional Painting, Wallpapering, and Carpentry has been serving Fairfield County for over 20 years. Based in Norwalk, Alberto takes pride in his work by offering you only the best quality service and products. Call Alberto today to get a free estimate and be one step closer to a new and exciting home makeover. 203-866-9635.
I'm Kate Chaplinsky. Join us for Coffee Break, weekdays at 11 to get the latest Connecticut news, weather, high school sports, and more. News doesn't get any more local than on Coffee Break on the HAN Network.
Back in Darien, Rob Adams, Frank Granito. Bottom of the first inning. Due up for the Darien Blue Wave. It'll be Jamie Schofield at third base, followed by Rich Brereton, the pitcher. Batting third, Casey Brown at first base. Sean O'Malley hits fourth in catches. Batting fifth is the shortstop Chris Drake, with Cord Fox hitting sixth and doing the designated hitting, such as it is. Batting seventh is the right fielder Mark Schmidt. Hitting eighth, Matt Drake, the second baseman. And batting ninth, the center fielder Justin Jordan.
And, of course, not batting is Tyler Grant, the left fielder, being DH for today by Cord Fox. First inning took only 5 minutes worth of time there for the Wave to handle their business. And now they get their first opportunity at the dish.
You know everybody thinks you just jinxed everything, right? I know, I'm with you.
It's the first inning. Are we really trying to rush through this one? It's a beautiful day. Let's enjoy it.
J.J. Getz brings it home, and the first pitch is pushed foul and out of play, 0-1. Getz on the hill, the lefty. He is ready to go. 3-2 on the season, and the lefty brings it home. Fastball, big bouncer to the right side. Two-hopper over there for Derek Garnett. He throws him out. I'm sorry, for Derek Garnett. Yes, I was right. 1 out. Getting the defense settled in my own brain. Let's set it for you. Andrew Lewis in left, Mike Tucci in center, Brent Jacobellis around in right. Jeff Torres is at third, Eric Cerno at short. Derek Garnett, the aforementioned, is at second with Nick Gervasio at first. Mike Hallis catching J.J. Getz, and here's Rich Brereton, the pitcher. Right-handed batter with a lefty on the mound, and a breaking ball stays outside, 1-0.
And on that last at-bat, Rob, that's where we'll see the turf come into play today. If you're playing on normal grass, that ball gets caught up a little bit. It's a slower ball out to the second base position, and Schofield might have a better chance. It just skips, takes a real clean hop, and it's an easy play for Garnett.
Ball low, 2-0, and now the 2-0 on the way. That's a hard fastball that breaks inside. 3 balls and no strikes. Gets on the year, we said 3-2 with a 4.06 ERA. It's his 9th appearance, his 7th start. He's pitched 3 complete games with a shutout, and that's low and inside, ball 4. Gets a senior, and if you spy the outfield wall, it's not entirely easy to see, but there are blue solo cups on that wall. Those are all the numbers of the seniors. So kind of cool. Now Casey Brown, left-handed batter, takes a fastball upstairs, 1-0 with a runner off first.
And not surprising to see Getz trying to work upstairs there. He had 4 balls right around the knees of Brereton that were all called balls.
And that's low. 2 balls and no strikes.
That's 6 in a row since forcing the ground out to the leadoff hitter, Schofield.
Getz last pitched on Monday against New Canaan. He'll throw over to first. 2 balls and no strikes.
That was a 7-3 win for the Hatters on Monday against New Canaan.
Swung and a miss at a hard fastball, middle in, 2 balls and 1 strike.
That's a New Canaan team that had a huge win against Greenwich on Wednesday.
They
Came
did.
up short, though, against New Fairfield yesterday and will most likely miss the playoffs.
The 2-1 ran inside and hit him. It was a check swing initially, but down to first he goes. So 2 on and 1 out. And that'll bring up Sean O'Malley. O'Malley with a big home run against Greenwich in that 1-0 victory last week. He also threw a man out in the 7th inning to end the ball game. Getz only went 2 2/3 in that game on Monday. He allowed 3 runs all earned, but walked 6 and struck out 1 and allowed just 1 hit. The set and the pitch on the way. That misses outside with a fastball 1-0. And immediately, the Danbury dugout snaps to life. The pitch on the way. A high strike that he gets. 1 ball and 1 strike. A little bit outer half, and I thought that was at the letters. The drill is the usual. If your umpire is consistent, you'll take it. 2 on, 1 out. A high fly ball lifted up over our heads. No harm done. 1-2.
And I think so far the umps have been very consistent. It's going to be a higher strike zone today. Right around the knees is most likely going to be a ball. They're going to force you to swing the bat if it's up around the letters.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, no score, last of the first. Here it comes. That misses low and outside. 2-2.
Looks like Getz might have slipped there on his delivery, too, at the end. Really planted and landed hard towards the third baseline.
And the ball recovery crew heading into the woods to find the missing Horsehide. Here's the pitch on the way. Trying to frame it was Hallis. Didn't get the call. It's outside. 3-2. So Getz flirting with disaster in the bottom of the first. And a relentless Darien team hungry to go to Harbor Yard looking to take advantage. The payoff. Upstairs ball 4. Without a hit, they have loaded them up. And Sean Ratchford will head to the mound to have a chat before Chris Drake hits.
And I think Getz was a little frustrated after the at-bat with Brereton. Not bad pitches, but again, it's a higher strike zone. He missed 4 at the knees. They were all consistent. We've seen it in the 3 batters since then. So he's got to find a way to work up a little bit and just hit the zone right now. Trust your fielders to make a play with outs all around.
So that'll bring up Chris Drake, who's on his way to Dartmouth. He'll step in against the lefty, J.J. Getz, who is dealing with disaster here in the last of the first. A walk, a hit batter, and a second walk has set Drake up for a fastball called strike, 0-1. Get back to the basics, find the strike zone. He did it right there. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out, bases loaded. A long look in. The left-handed batting Drake ready. The 0-1. Ripped into right field, a base hit. Scoring is Brereton. Brown making the turn. He will hold right there as Mike Scott holds him up. The bases stay loaded. An RBI single for Chris Drake. 1-0 Darien.
And that's a great piece of hitting by Drake. The inside pitch drives it down the right field line, out of the reach of the first baseman, scores 1, and credit Jacobellis coming up throwing there. It was a great play, quickly getting rid of it, and it holds it to just 1 run right now.
That'll bring up Cord Fox, the designated hitter, right-handed hitter, stepping in against Getz in a 1-0 ball game. Takes a fastball strike at the belt, 0-1. Climbs right back in, ready to go. Bases remain full. The 0-1. Breaking ball is a called strike, 0-2. better start in this at-bat. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 in, 1-0. Fastball, rope to left center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Brown has scored. O'Malley stops. Keep moving him station to station as the throw comes in to home plate. 2-0 Blue Wave.
And another great at-bat. Fox down 0-2. They try to jam him inside. Just fights it off enough to drop one into center field. And smart coaching at third base. Hold the runner up. Don't kill any momentum. You've obviously got the slower O'Malley compared to the speed that's out there, and an opportunity now to continue to build on this lead.
Mark Schmidt bound for Villanova. The right-handed batter waits. Fastball upstairs, 1-0. And again, just 1 out. He got the first out. Schofield grounded to first, but since then, it has been all Blue Wave. This is the 7th man of the inning. A fly ball off first, over toward the line to give it a play. Right up against the fence, making the play is Jacob Ellis, and no advance. A big break for the Hatters, 2 out.
Good job working up against the fence on the right field line. Have to assume those are Danbury fans, not Blue Wave fans, not reaching over to grab it.
They gave him room. 2 down now for Matt Drake. Drake with the bases loaded. Brings it home. This gets through the middle. Base hit. 2 runs will score as this comes all the way in, and Hallis will grab it. A 2 RBI single for Matt Drake. 4-0 Darien.
And Drake right away, jumping on the first pitch, drove it right back at Getz. Almost knocked him off the mound. And now you've got first and second with 2 down as the Wave are off and running here in the first inning.
That'll bring up Justin Jordan, left-handed hitting center fielder, and the 9th man due up in the inning. A long set and the pitch on the way is a breaking ball that stays high, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 out, 2 on. Last of the first, 4-0 Darien. And the pitch. In the dirt, short hopped by Hallis, 2-0. Jamie Schofield, top of the order, due up next.
Just trying to manage a little bit of that hole that's at the end of the mound there. Not liking where he has to land right now. Could be an issue and a factor to why we've seen 4 across the board.
2-0. Called strike, fastball at the knees, 2-1. The winner goes to Harbor Yard. Will be there all day on Monday. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Here it comes. That's a called strike at the knees, 2-2. No full coffee break on Monday or Tuesday. We'll have news updates, news briefs throughout the day with Kate. We'll also have Nutmeg Sports from there on Monday as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes, make it 2-2 rather. And a called strike 3 on a fastball at the knees, and the inning over, first strikeout, but the damage gets done. 4 runs and make it 2 left on base. We go into the second inning here in Darien. 4-0 Blue Wave on top of Danbury. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
Have a sports injury or a slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Biking, golf, tennis, soccer, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care, open Monday through Saturday, now in 2 locations. The iPark building at 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook. At the Language School in Ridgefield, we teach practical language for real life, tailored to your professional needs or those of your children. Offering more than a dozen languages, the school specializes in creating customized classes for businesses, government agencies, and healthcare professionals in Fairfield and Westchester counties. Native speakers from around the world will instruct students of all ages in the language and the culture using a hands-on method. Find out more about what makes us different at thelanguageschoolglobal.com. or call us at 203-241-7010.
Second inning for the Danbury Hatters will be Andrew Lewis, Derek Garnett, and Jeff Torres. 4-0, Darien on top. 4 runs on 3 hits in that first inning for the Blue Wave.
And they were driving the ball, too. They were line drive, hard hits with the exception of maybe one bloop, fought off with 2 strikes on them. But they got on top of Getz early, and it forced Danbury really to have to change their approach now as a team who was trying to play small ball, keep this a tight game. They're going to have to open up the bats now.
And you wonder about Brendan Backman, who we've seen twice on the HAN network, including Wednesday afternoon. He has 12 outs left.
And that's tough. We do expect to see him at some point today. We thought that would be the case. It might be sooner than they had hoped on using him.
Pitch is low, 1-0. Andrew Lewis steps in. Left-handed batter. Brereton takes a look. And the pitch on the way. A high fly ball to the left side. Calling for it is Schofield. Now it'll be taken by the shortstop, Drake. Chris Drake makes the catch, 1 away.
And Brereton in a zone right now. He is forcing the hitters to swing off the end of the bat. We have not seen solid contact yet. And he has taken down 4 of the first 5 batters.
We tell you this for informational purpose only, that where we're situated behind the chain link fence of the fencing of this stadium, this ballpark, kind of obscures some views for us. Fastball stays upstairs, 1-0. Cameras, as I mentioned, all on the third base side, but just at times, a glance to the field can be a little bit of an adventure for Frank and I. Just so you understand. The 1-0 pitch on the way to Garnett stays upstairs, 2-0. Big story coming out earlier today in the Hearst, Connecticut papers by John Nash talking about the turf over in Norwalk. I want to spend a moment on that. The 2-0 pitch is on the way. That's low and away, 3-0. City of Norwalk has decided that they will not allow metal cleats on their new field at both, first of all, at Nathan Hale Middle School, but beginning next year at Brian McMahon High School as well. 3-0 with 1 out. Fastball called strike, room service, 3-1. In talking with Darien head coach Mike Scott before the game, he said, oh no, that's probably going to be the norm here as well when they replace their turf in a few years. The turf is 10 years old. The 3-1 is pushed down the right field line. It is a fair ball as it sliced toward the line, played over there by Mark Schmidt, who fires right back in, and it's a 1-out single for Garnett. It'll bring up Jeff Torres.
A really good job by Garnett there. Shorten up your swing, goes the opposite way. A lot of room down the right field line with the right fielder playing almost right behind the second baseman. Get yourselves a hit, put someone on base, and let's see how the Hatters respond now.
But what it does do, just on the turf topic for an extra second, it opens the thought of players might need 2 sets of cleats, the metal cleats when you play on dirt and grass, and, of course, rubber cleats to play on this. This is a soft fly ball that then comes in. Catch made, throw to first, not in time. Oh, he almost pumped him out down the line, but back safely is Garnett. So Torres, 1 pitch, and he's gone.
And that was much closer than I think Garnett would have liked. That was a line drive right at Schmidt, and he came up firing right away and almost had Garnett, who was caught almost in no man's land.
First baseman Nick Gervasio is now up, right-handed hitter, against the righty Rich Brereton in a 4-0 game, top of the second. Fastball low, 1-0. So interesting stuff with the turf fields. I was fascinated reading that today.
And it's interesting because this is the first time I've been to one of the stadiums now.
That stays upstairs, 2-0.
That has the turf on the baseball field. And I was wondering what cleats you would wear, because I almost would think you might as well wear the same cleats you would wear on the football field. I didn't think that the metal cleats would be the norm, but I guess all these guys will wear their normal baseball cleats.
The 2-0. Check swing, but a fastball on the outside corner at the belt, 2-1. Well, Mike Scott was telling me they played a playoff game at Cheney Tech one time, and as soon as they advanced into that game, they got a note from the CIAC saying, your players will not be allowed on that turf without rubber cleats. Swung on a miss, 2-2. So fascinating stuff. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 4-0. Darien on top of Danbury in the 1-8 matchup as we play here, second inning. A check on the runner off first in the 2-2 is lined to center field, but ranging over to make the grab is Justin Jordan. He puts it away for the final out of the inning. So the Hatters get their first hit and they leave 1, but it's 4-0 Darien after an inning and a half. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
Can't wait for it to get warmer so you can start fishing again? Get over to the Dock Shop, where they have the latest in fishing tackle, marine electronics, boating supplies, and more. But remember, the Dock Shop isn't your average tackle shop. You'll also find the finest selection of nautical apparel, jewelry, home decor, and gifts in New England. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, dockshop.com.
Connecticut is coming back to hometown banking, to a partner that makes small businesses feel big, where community comes first, where you get the know-how only neighbors can deliver, where saving time is important too. It's time to expect more. It's time to bank well, bank smart, bank local, bank well. With the 24-month Bankwell Smart CD, you can earn 1.35% APY and raise your rate and add to your CD.
I'm Denise DiGregoli, the host of The Drive on the HAN Network. Join me Tuesdays for some motivational, intelligent talk with a little humor as we visit with people who live their lives mindfully. Tune in to The Drive live on Tuesdays, 12:30, here on the HAN Network.
Yet I've messed it.
On to the bottom of the second we go. Jamie Schofield, Richard Brereton, and Casey Brown due up for the Blue Wave. Top of the order and a called strike. Quick fastball as Getz gets started quickly, 0-1. Schofield 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time, rolled it to second. A couple of hops. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball stays upstairs. 1-1.
Coach Ratchford showing a lot of confidence in Getz here, coming back with him in the second, hoping he's able to rebound.
Fastball pinballs up off the chain link and comes right back. 1-2.
Hoping he's able to rebound after the tough first inning, surrendering 4.
The Blue Wave lost to end the season. They fell to Trumbull 5-2 on Tuesday.
And it's only one of 3 losses. One of the other 2 came against this same Danbury team back on April 18th.
The 1-2 is roped into left field. It's a leadoff hit for Schofield. That is hit number 4 for the Blue Wave. It'll bring up Richard Brereton, who walked and scored his first time. Brereton on his way to Emory University. Congratulations to all the seniors, both on Danbury, Darien, and everywhere else for that matter. New Canaan having their prom tonight. Fly ball off first and out of play, 0-1. Our very own Tanasia Carfiello was telling me she's excited to go to the prom, but, you know, so-so with it. Breaking ball falls inside and low, 1-1. I told her, go, have a good time. She, I will. I had fun at the junior prom, she told me.
Heard the theme for the post-prom at Waveney Mansion is supposed to be very, very exciting.
1-2 is swung on and missed, 1-2.
It's still a secret, though, so I am not sure what to be excited for.
A ball and 2 strikes, 4-0. Darien on top with a runner on first. Nobody out. Bottom of the second. Here it comes. Grounder to the left side. Backhanded and a foul ball as it kicked around at home plate. So it stays 1-2.
Looks like it went off Brereton's foot there.
He seems okay. Ready to climb right back in.
I did not hear it originally called foul, so I was very confused as to why.
Yeah, I didn't.
The slow-rolling ball was continuously being passed off by infielders.
I noticed the same thing. I'm going, okay, everybody's just going to let that ball roll?
With the double play situation.
Okay. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Brereton awaiting. But a throw to first. Now getting a lead is Schofield. Being held on at first by Gervasio. Pitches upstairs and a good job of bat control by Brereton. It's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Darien put 4 on the board in the bottom of the first. They're trying to put more hurt up here in the second. Runner goes. Breaking ball, he went around. The throw to second will not be in time. So a strikeout, but a stolen base. Now hold on. Yep, there he goes. So he is punched out. Schofield gets the stolen base, and a second strikeout for Getz. Mike Scott ask for help from the base umpire. That had a lot to do with the debate from Wednesday afternoon at Danbury in the game against Staples. A check of the runner at second. He's back safely. Runner in scoring position for Casey Brown, who was hit by a pitch and scored back in the first. Now setting at the belt. Getz brings it home. Fastball missed a hair low. That's my only guess. 1-0. That was close.
It was, and we've seen Getz live around that area. He doesn't want to bring anything up into the zone for the Darien hitters, but unfortunately he's not getting the calls at the knees today.
1 ball, no strikes. Here it comes. That stays upstairs this time. 2 balls and no strikes. The wind, not a big factor. There's a little bit of a breeze cycling around, but nothing that's going to cause a whole lot of havoc here today. The 2-0. Fastball checked to swing, but it's a called strike. 2-1.
Good pitch attacking the hitter there. Brown, the number 3 hitter in this lineup, has got to go at him right now with 1 out and the runner on second.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 4-0. Here's the pitch, and it's lifted foul and up over our heads out of play. 2-2. A.J. Simonowski directing. Rocco Veluzzo, Jenny Schrenker, who is a Darien student. Aaron Berkowitz, all on cameras. Marty Hersom, Josh Fisher here as well. No Ruby is nowhere to be found. The 2-2 misses outside with a fastball, 3-2. You can hear the Danbury dugout saying, nice shot. Oh, my goodness. And, of course, the legendary Sean Saylor in the house doing his thing, shaking his head at me right now. 3 balls, 2 strike, 1 out. The set in the 3-2. Lifted foul and out of play, back behind us. Let's do it again. We mentioned there are other games going on, and we will do what we can to keep an eye on those. The report is Wilton and Greenwich in girls lacrosse will not start until about 10-5. Lifted foul and out of play again. It stays 3-2. Ward and Greenwich are underway. Pitching matchup in the Trumbull St. Joe's showdown is Joe Nemchek against Connor Hurley. I believe that's Mike Suppy doing the tweeting there today. Here's the payoff. Bounce to the right side. Coming on to grab it is Garnett. Flips to first. 2 out. Moving over to third is Schofield.
It's a good piece of hitting by Brown to the right side. Advances the runner. Simple single now for O'Malley. Will score Schofield from third.
New Canaan has been eliminated from girls tennis in the semifinals. Staples has knocked them off 4-3. Here's O'Malley. Takes a breaking ball called strike. 0-1. He walked and scored his first time.
That's a good pitch from Getz to start the at-bat. Keep O'Malley off balance here.
The set in the 0-1. Low. Blocked by Hallis. 1 ball, 1 strike. So a lot of stuff going on, obviously, playoff time here in the FCIAC. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ridgefield already with a 1-0 lead on Norwalk.
Ridgefield the 5 seed, Norwalk the 4.
Now the 1-1. Check swing and a called strike on the outer half, 1-2. Here, 4-0. Darien on top. Danbury trying to keep it right there as Getz straightens up, looks over his shoulder, checks the runner, brings it home. Breaking ball and an excuse-me swing, bounces to short. Setting up and throwing over to first in time is Cerno. No damage done, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left. 2 gone here in Darien. Blue Wave 4, Hatters nothing. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
For over 25 years, Mike Cizik Painting and Wallpapering has been the name to know for residential and commercial properties in Fairfield County. He uses only the top brands, including Benjamin Moore, for impeccable preparation and lasting quality. Call Mike now and receive $500 off any job over $7,000. Mike is currently accepting reservations for spring, so call him today at 203-770-8869 or 203-972-3310. For your custom painting, finishing, and staining needs, it's Mike Cizik.
Walter Stewart's Market in New Canaan is your time-saving local shopping destination for the best of spring. Find many of your favorite products, from great specials on everyday items to the freshest organic produce, artisanal cheeses, and grass-fed steaks. Drop off your knives to be sharpened, grab a beautiful bouquet of spring flowers, and stop in next door for a wine tasting. Plus, their personable staff is always ready to lend a helping hand. So stop in to Walter Stewart's Market, 229 Elm Street today, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
Third inning we go. Mike Tucci, Brent Jacobellis, Javon Hernandez due up for the Danbury Hatters. Robin Frank with AJ and Sean under the tent, and a 4-0 ball game as we start the top of the third.
And the Hatters are going to have to find a way to get through to Brereton this inning. It's only a 7-inning game. You're down 4 here. You'll be getting through the lineup for the second time. With the exception of Tucci, everyone will have seen him now. They've got to get some guys on base, try to make some moves out there, play their game.
A halftime score from just across the way. The Darien Blue Wave leading the Fairfield Ludlow Falcons 8-4 in girls lacrosse. Again, that at halftime. Can't imagine where that information came from, Mr. Saylor.
Something else to remember, Rob. They played back on April 18th. Danbury was down 3-0 in that game before going on to win 6-3.
Here's Tucci. Right-handed hitter takes low, 1-0. So this whole facility making a lot of noise today. Tucci waiting on a 1-0 from Richard Brereton, who straightens up and brings it home. Fastball, misses, 2-0. Tucci hitting at .222 on the season. He's driven in 5. Set at the letters, and he brings it just below the letters and ropes a fastball on the outer half, 2-1.
Good patience here from Tucci to start the inning. Force Brereton to throw some pitches. Now you've seen a strike. You're still ahead. Go get him.
Need base runners. That's the way to start it. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here it comes. Bouncer to the right side. Nice hop over there from Matt Drake, and he picks it and throws it out. 1 away.
And again, that's one of those friendly hops that you'll see off the turf. It might skip on a normal field because that's right around where the grass transitions to dirt. Easy play made by Matt Drake. But credit the hustle by Tucci, almost beating it out down there.
Back to the top of the order. Brent Jacobellis is 0 for 1. He lined to short his first time. 4 runs on 4 hits for the Blue Wave. No runs on 1 hit for the Hatters. That's low, 1-0. A long set and the look. Brereton brings it home. Fastball grounded to short. Drake across the diamond, 2 out. Brereton seems comfortable out there. Nobody on, 2 out for Javon Hernandez, who's 0 for 1, grounded to third his first time. Eric Cerno, the shortstop, on deck. As Brereton brings it home. Fastball called strike the letters, 0-1. Darien in the white tops and bottoms with Darien in a script across the front. Just a simple block style number on the back. Very simple uniform. Pitch on the way. The 0-1 is lifted to right center field. Ranging over to call it and take it is Justin Jordan, and the inning quickly comes to an end. 3 up, 3 down go the Hatters in the top of the third inning. We go to the bottom of the third. Darien 4, Danbury 0. You're watching the FCIAC. It's the quarterfinals right here on the HAN Network.
A Better View Window Cleaning Plus has been cleaning glass all over Connecticut for over 20 years. They also specialize in cleaning chandeliers, mirrors, skylights, tiles, and will power wash anything that needs cleaning. They hold an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and are fully insured and bonded. When you deal with a Better View, you're dealing with the best, not the rest. Call today for a free estimate, 203-284-8836, or visit them online, abetterviewcleaning.com. For more than 50 years, Triple S has been Fairfield County's expert service for carpet, upholstery, and drapery cleaning. We provide the best in repairs and in-depth restoration, understanding fabrics and how to properly clean and restore them. Our staff will come to your home to clean your wall-to-wall carpet to perfection. We can also pick up your fine carpets and bring them to our facilities. With locations in Norwalk, Stamford, and Stratford, Triple S will get the job done fast, big or small. At Triple S, you can count on our people as well as our cleaning. Find us at triplesclean.com or 203-847-8000.
We go to the bottom of the third inning at Darien High School. Chris Drake, Cord Fox, Mark Schmidt due up for the Blue Wave. 17-3, 13-3 in the FCIAC. Tomorrow, Frank and I over at New Canaan High School's Dunning Field. The Wilton Warriors come to visit the New Canaan Rams in boys lacrosse. The quarterfinals get underway tomorrow. We'll have it right here on the HAN Network. Drake takes a fastball strike, 0-1, right down the heart of the plate. He's 1 for 1, singled and scored. Also drove in a run in the first.
It's Chris Drake at the dish now, the shortstop, after a nice put-out last inning.
And a high fly ball back to right center field, back near the fence to make the catch. Mike Tucci goes and grabs it, 1 out.
It's about 360 to that fence in left center. That ball went 355.
Yeah, every bit of it. All turf here at Darien with the exception of the circle at home plate and the pitcher's mound. Everything else is turf, including the warning track. But it is a warning track. It just gives you the appearance. Here's Cord Fox. Misses low, 1-0. Fox singled and drove in a run in the first. 1 ball, no strikes. Now the pitch on the way. Gets misses with a fastball just outside, 2-0. That's enough to get Mike Hallis out of his crouch just to step out and throw it back. But you could see the frustration on Hallis' face. 2 balls, no strikes. Here it comes. That's a strike. Room service, 2-1. I got a little more on the tennis situation from girls tennis, but this is rolled up the middle. Diving grab, but it got off the glove. Nice try by Garnett. Gets in the center field. So it's a 1-out hit for Cord Fox. He's 2 for 2. It'll bring up Mark Schmidt, who popped out down the right field line the first time.
Garnett diving to his right, just off the end of the glove, unable to reach that one. So on is Fox with the single, and that brings up Schmidt, who flew out to right in his last appearance.
Was a nice play down the line by Brent Jacobellis, right up against the fence in foul ground. Fastball on the inside corner, 0-1. Dave Stewart, sports editor of the New Canaan Advertiser as well as the FCIAC Guru, says number 2 Staples will play either number 1 Darien or number 4 Greenwich in the final at 4 Wednesday in Wilton. That's in girls tennis. They've just started that semifinal. So thank you, David.
I'll defer to Sean on this one, but is there a sport this season that Darien is not the number 1 seed in?
Sean Saylor off mic, but it's a good question. The 0-1 on the way is fouled off first base side and out of play. 0-2. I said that on Coffee Break this morning. I mean, the Blue Wave are virtually number 1 in just about everything with the rare exception of tennis.
Golf has not reached the postseason yet. As I'm looking over to AJ right now asking the question. They're going to be up there. They beat New Canaan just this week on Tuesday which I think propelled them ahead. They'll have a matchup with Greenwich, I believe, in the near future that will probably decide that one.
The 0-2 was low and inside. Now the 1-2 stays upstairs, 2-2. But Darien has had themselves quite a year. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a runner off first. 1 out, 4-0 game. Throw over to first, not the best move coming from Getz. So he'll mount the hill once again. Here's the set in the 2-2 with 1 out. Misses outside, 3-2.
Softball. Darien is the 5 seed.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yep. St. Joe's, of course, the number 1 seed there.
So only 90% of the spring sports.
3-2, runner goes with 1 out, and it's lifted foul and well out of play. It stays 3-2. That won't find a house, but it's heading toward them. This a facility still without lights at any corner of the property. A source of frustration to both those in the neighborhood and in the town as he swings and misses, goes down on strikes, the 3rd strikeout for Getz and 2 out.
That was a good pitch down there, hard inside, a little down low, jammed him up and unable to connect with Schmidt. So now Matt Drake comes up to the plate with Fox on first and 2 outs in the inning.
Drake, 1 for 1, singled and drove in 2 in the first. Matt Drake awaits. That runs inside, backs him out of the way. 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 out. Getz will go to first. Being held on over there by Gervasio. This is his 66th pitch of the afternoon right here on a 1-0. Misses outside with a fastball. 2 balls and no strikes. Pitch on the way. That's a called strike. 2-1. Mike Suppy reports he's actually covering softball. A Lauren Zielinski home run, a towering solo homer, has given Trumbull a 1-0 lead in their softball quarterfinal. A foul ball at the plate. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. With 2 out in a 4-0 ball game, Darien on top. As we play the bottom of the 3rd, Justin Jordan on deck. But Matt Drake awaiting a 2-2. Here it comes. That stays high. Breaking ball didn't bite. It runs to 3-2.
Expect to see Fox in motion on this pitch. 3-2 with 2 outs here.
Fox a short lead over at first. Now he goes. The 3-2 is roped foul. Hard foul down the left field line, 3-2. So we'll do it all over again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here it comes. Stays high, ball 4. Getz kind of pats his chest and says, "That's on me." That's the 3rd walk he has allowed. And that to me was an arm angle because the way I watched it, he came kind of around, you don't want to say 3/4, but he kind of dropped his angle a bit, and that ball stayed high. It didn't bite.
And he's teetered on side arming a little bit all day. That's just his natural motion, the way he pitches. But again, it leaves for that room. There's that small room for error.
Fouled back. First pitch swinging, Justin Jordan, who's 0 for 1.
Jordan went down in the first, looking on strikes. He's a little anxious up there, swinging at one that might have been out of the zone this time. But for Getz, it's you have to be so precise if you're going to throw from that angle. And like you said, he just left his elbow a little bit down, and that kept that ball upstairs.
No balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Nice off-speed breaking pitch, and it's 0-2. Got him swinging there. That's the first time he's showcased any kind of a slow curve.
No, we've seen it, but that's the first time he's gotten one of these wave batters to bite.
Exactly. Now the 0-2. Well high and back to the screen, and the runners are going to move up 90 on the wild pitch.
And that's a little frustrating for Getz right now. You had a hitter you've had success against this game at the plate, forces all around, and now you've really got to bear down here.
The 1-2 stays high, fastball, 2-2. Jordan kind of looked down to third base to Mike Scott and said, I've got this under control. You can almost tell he wanted to swing.
And Getz knows he's got him a little hungry right now. He's seen him try to expand the zone, but I think you got to attack him right here and just dominate.
The 2-2. Big breaking ball. Bounce to the right side of the mound. Going to be a tough play. Soft toss, and he threw it away. 2 runs will score. Getz tried to make a play. Instead of eating it, it'll be an E1 2-run score, 6-0 Darien.
And that's real tough. It was an unbelievable effort play by Getz to get there. He had to come up with it with his bare hand off the second bounce. Tried to quickly throw it over as Jordan was chugging down the line. Just couldn't get all the way across his body. Left it off to the left side of first base. And the error leads to 2 more runs. It's now a 6-0 game.
And both those runs now unearned as a result of that error. Back to the top of the order, Jamie Schofield. He's 1 for 2. Grounded to second, singled, and stole a base. Lefty standing in against the lefty. Fastball misses outside, 1-0.
Schofield has now batted in all three of the innings so far.
He has. Runner goes 1-0. The throw to second is bouncing. Almost bounces into the outfield, but instead ricochets off of Jordan, who steals the base.
Got a really good jump on that move right there. Good effort from Hallis.
Had a good pitch to throw, too. Pitch was high so he could come out of his crouch and throw, but did not get him. 2 balls and no strikes. And this game right on the verge of getting away from Getz. 6-0 now. He brings it home, stays high, 3-0. Richard Brereton on deck. A 3-0 with 2 out. That's a called strike, 3-1. Schofield started to bound out of the left-handed batter's box, but the home plate umpire quick on the call, so he didn't toss the bat away. The 3-1. That time he can toss it away inside ball 4.
Close pitch there. Looked almost like it was the same spot where the last one went. Must have just been inside.
4th walk allowed by Getz, and it'll bring up Richard Brereton, who walked and scored in the first and struck out in the second.
Unlikely we'll see Coach Ratchford come out to the mound at this point. You have to assume he's trying to get Getz to get him out of this inning, but
the shame of it is the damage done with 2 away. Of course, that's a huge feather in the cap of the Blue Wave. Brereton first pitch swinging, fouls it off. 0-1.
And especially with the way that Brereton is pitching right now, it's just that little bit of insurance that you can't afford to give away.
Casey Brown on deck. Here's the pitch. Slow breaking ball. It's in the dirt, blocked by Hallis, 1-1. 6 runs on 5 base hits for the Blue Wave. No runs on a hit for the Hatters. The set in the 1-1. Fastball on the outer half, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 out and a couple in here in the third. Pitch on the way. Swinging a bouncer to third. They'll go to second for the out, and the inning will come to an end. 5-4 on the fielder's choice, and the side is retired. But for the Blue Wave, they pop 2 more on the board. They also get an error. They leave a couple. We go on to the 4th inning now. In the FCIAC quarterfinals, the winner goes to Harbor Yard. It's Darien 6, Danbury 0. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
Mosquitoes, ticks, gone. Guaranteed. That's what Mosquito Squad guarantees as America's most trusted mosquito and tick control company. Locally owned and operated, over 90,000 homes have been protected by Mosquito Squad using their dual protection method for season-long protection, which includes barrier spray service for eliminating mosquitoes and adult ticks, as well as supplemental programs to increase tick control. They use only USDA organic options, which are safe and non-toxic. Contact them today at www.squadctny.com or 203-893-4309. Mosquito Squad. No bugs, no bites, no kidding.
I'm Kate Chaplinsky. Join us for Coffee Break weekdays at 11 to get the latest Connecticut news, weather, high school sports, and more. News doesn't get any more local than on Coffee Break on the HAN network.
And away we go to the fourth inning. Rob Adams, Frank Granito, Eric Cerno will lead things off. He'll be followed by Mike Hallis and Andrew Lewis for the Danbury Hatters. They trail the Darien Blue Wave 6-0 as we head into inning number 4.
And tough with the 2 unearned runs there in the bottom half of the third. You felt that Getz had got a little bit of momentum going. You've got the heart of your order coming up. Maybe they're going to get a chance here to solve Brereton, but the hole has become much deeper as we head to the fourth.
From Dave Stewart, Norwalk and Ridgefield are tied at 1 with Norwalk batting in the second inning. That was just a minute ago, so thank you, Dave. As the sounds of the song called known as Sirius, but everybody knows it as the Chicago Bulls introduction theme from the Alan Parsons Project played here for a moment. And it led into a song called Eye in the Sky by the Alan Parsons Project, which you can find, I think, on Jock Jams, believe it or not, as well. Anyway, on to the fourth we go. Here's Eric Cerno. And Brereton brings it home. Fastball on the outer half. 0-1. Of course, those famous days of those great introductions that the Bulls used to do in the NBA. We're talking 20 years ago at this point, but my gosh. Now everybody does it. The 0-1 pitch on the way with nobody out. Off speed and bounced off third. Trying to grab it at third was Schofield. On at first is Cerno. It's an E5. Took a hard bounce at third, Frank, and just caused havoc for Schofield.
It did, and that's the first unnatural hop we've seen off the turf. Schofield was working to his left side, tried to get his glove up, but it just kicked off.
Here's the catcher, Mike Hallis. He's 0 for 1, caught looking his first time. Right-handed hitter. Cocks the bat high, and Brereton brings a fastball upstairs, 1-0. Just a few minutes in, Greenwich on top of Wilton, 4-0. That is in girls lacrosse. Now the 1-0. Fastball, and he's late on it, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 6-0 Darien as we play here, top of the fourth. Danbury in need of a big comeback. Here's the 1-1. Fouled back to the screen. It's 1-2.
And as if being down 6 runs wasn't tough enough, Darien has only surrendered 47 runs all season. They have a plus 79 run differential on the year.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out and a runner off first. And the pitch on the way. Lifted foul and out of play. First base side. It'll stay 1-2. The winner heads to Bridgeport Monday. 5 or 7:30 start time at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. We will be there earlier that afternoon. Now the 1-2. Fastball pulled down the line and down into left field. They got him over at third. That's where I was obscured. Excuse me. Great play to throw across the diamond, and there's 1 out.
And I think Schofield was unable to field that one cleanly off the second hop. Could not get the runner at second. Smartly takes the 1 at first. So Hollis able to move over Cerno, but he's out on the 5-3 scoring.
So 1 out. It'll bring up Andrew Lewis, who popped to short his first time. Left-handed batter who came on and pitched to close out that victory the other day. He swings at the first pitch, and 3 bounces to second. They'll throw to first to get him there. Moving to third is Cerno. Raging over was Matt Drake for the play, and there's 2 out. 2 down now for Derek Garnett, who singled. Andrew Lewis flirted with trouble walking the bases loaded on Wednesday, but settled down, closed out the game in relief of Brendan Backman to get the save Wednesday at Danbury High School, knocking off Staples 3-1. Garnett waiting, takes a curveball called strike, 0-1.
We saw Garnett go to the right side last time. There's a lot of room in right center as well as down the line in right field right now.
No balls, 1 strike. 2 out, 6-0 Darien. That misses outside. 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Now the set and the pitch on the way. Bouncer goes to third and a foul ball. Played over there by Schofield, 1-2. Four in the first, 2 in the third, and Darien up 6-0. Now a ball and 2 strikes. Top of the fourth, 2 out. Breeze picks up all of a sudden here, and the pitch on the way. Fastball misses away. Brereton was walking off the mound. He's going to have to climb back up. It's 2-2.
That was a good-looking pitch, but again, we've seen the low balls are not getting called today.
Now the 2-2 as he sets right near the belt and brings it home. That is low and outside. 3-2. His set position, normally you go at either the letters of the uniform or the belt. What Brereton does will start at the letters and then bring it right between the letters and the belt. There. Now brings it home. Upstairs, ball 4. That's the second walk he has allowed, and it'll bring up Jeff Torres, who's 0 for 1. He lined to right his first time. Sean O'Malley will give out some directions from out in front of home plate. He'll get back behind. And Torres will step into the right-handed batter's box.
And I would expect that if we see Garnett take off for second, O'Malley's going to try to throw him out.
Runners at the corners. He stays put. Fastball at the knees on the outside corner, 0-1. Six 0. Darien with the lead as we play in the fourth. Runners at the corners, 2 out. Pulled to short. Drake grabs, goes to the other Drake to get the out, and the inning comes to an end. From Chris Drake to Matt Drake, it becomes a fielder's choice, and the inning is over. No runs for the Hatters on no base hits with 1 error, and they leave 2. They've stranded 3 in the afternoon. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning in Darien. 6-0 Blue Wave leading the Danbury Hatters. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
Walter Stewart's Market in New Canaan is your time-saving local shopping destination for the best of spring. Find many of your favorite products, from great specials on everyday items to the freshest organic produce, artisanal cheeses, and grass-fed steaks. Drop off your knives to be sharpened, grab a beautiful bouquet of spring flowers, and stop in next door for a wine tasting. Plus, their personable staff is always ready to lend a helping hand. So stop in to Walter Stewart's Market, 229 Elm Street today, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
Do you need help reaching or maintaining your fitness goals? For over 20 years, Mike Pernice has tailored his time and expertise to clients on both coasts whose schedules demand flexibility and accountability. Mike is a certified lifestyle manager and has been called upon to help his clients eliminate negative behaviors such as coping with stress, improving their time management, setting realistic life goals, and cutting down compulsive behavior. If you're ready to start working toward a more energetic, productive, and healthier you, call Mike Pernice. We have a new pitcher to tell you about as Noah Meeks steps on the mound for the Danbury Hatters. They trail 6-0 here in Darien.
Staying with the lefty pitcher here for the Hatters, it's Meeks, the junior. He also spent some time in the outfield for Danbury this season as he comes in relief. hoping to hold the 6-run lead for now and give them a chance moving forward.
Meeks 2-3 with a 4.07 ERA. It's his 9th appearance. He's made 5 starts with 1 complete game. He also has a save to his credit on the year. In 32 2/3 innings, he's allowed 35 hits, 23 runs earned, or beg your pardon, 23 runs, 19 of them earned. He's walked 20, struck out 24. You don't love the strikeout to walk ratio, just too many walks there.
It's tough, especially with a patient team like Darien. They've seen the ball well today, but he's got to be careful. They've jumped all over first pitch fastballs.
And they'll jump on that first pitch and bounce it foul. Casey Brown is 0 for 1.
Smart by Meeks to lead him off with the off-speed stuff.
And it's quickly 0-2. Tallying up the numbers.
I'll defer to Sean again, but I believe that was a Finding Nemo quote from the bench just a minute ago.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's in the dirt. Went past Hallis, but of course nobody on, so no harm. It's 1-2. For J.J. Getz, he throws 85 pitches in 3 innings of work, 6 runs, 4 earned, 5 hits, 4 walks, hit 1 batter, 3 strikeouts, and 1 wild pitch, the 1-2. Fastball low, 2-2. Six nothing. Darien on top. Now the pitch on the way. And smoke to left center field, to the fence. It is gone. Casey Brown watched it as he slammed it to left center field. Over the fence it goes, a solo home run, and a 7-0 lead for the Darien Blue Wave.
And that was just a fastball taken the opposite way. As fast as it came in, it was out.
He got it up, and that was the key. It carried over the double high fence, and the home run makes it 7-0.
It was up, and it was a great 2-strike swing, and you just see the strength from the number 3 hitter Brown there as O'Malley fouls him up now.
And O'Malley watches it go low, 1-0. So an unfriendly greeting for Noah Meeks. 1 ball, no strikes, a 7-0 lead now. Norwalk and Ridgefield still tied at 1 after 3. The winner gets the winner of this game. This is absolutely smoked to left center field. It'll go off the fence, and a strong throw to second. He is safe. Slid around the tag. An outstanding play by Mike Tucci in center field to get it in. It turns into a double for O'Malley, and it's still 7-0 with a runner on second and 1 out, and nobody out.
And it's a double by about 3 feet. That's where it caught on the wall as they looked like they were about to go back-to-back. Great slide by O'Malley to the close side of the bag, ducking under the tag. Better job of keeping his hand on the bag and slowing his momentum down.
Now Chris Drake, the shortstop, is 1 for 2. Singled and scored in the first, flied to center in the third. Pitch on the way from the lefty. He swings and sends it foul down the third baseline, 0-1.
It's been a rough start for Meeks here. Just 2 batters into his first inning.
1 ball, or rather no balls, 1 strike. Drake waiting. The 0-1. Misses outside. That looked like a slider that didn't quite bite. Stayed outside, 1-1. One pitch on the way. That's low. And it's 3-1. Excuse me, I missed a pitch somewhere, AJ. So they will get back on the same page, and so will we. 3 balls, 1 strike. By the way, pitching in that game, Ridgefield and Norwalk, is Colin Lowe for the Tigers and Mike Gonzalez for the Bears. Obviously, Gonzalez, one of the true stud players in the FCIAC. He struck out 16 last week against St. Joseph. 3-1. That's low. Okay, now we're all back on the same page. I saw the home plate umpire indicate 3-1, didn't you? And I have no faith in myself. I thought I was wrong.
You said you'd missed a pitch, and I was looking down, and I'm saying to myself, there's no way. It was definitely 2-1 before that. Keep in mind, O'Malley has now moved to third on the wild pitch as well.
All right. Are we all back? Here's the 3-1. Lifted foul, it's 3-2. That is what you call lack of confidence. 3 balls, 2 strikes. $7-0 with the run-in on the Casey Brown home run. And Sean O'Malley now dancing off third. You see him right there. Here's the payoff. Push to the left side and foul. We'll do it all over again. Three balls, 2 strikes. Here it comes. Sent into right center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. O'Malley will trot home. Drake on at first. 8-0 Darien.
On a good piece of hitting there. Again with 2 strikes, we see a Darien hit. This time driven to right field as Drake turned on it. And caught in between was Brent Jacobellis. Unsure if he should come and charge that hard. Instead chose to play it off the 1 hop. And O'Malley able to walk on in.
Cord Fox has been on base twice. Pitch on the inside corner, 0-1. Greenwich a 9-4 lead on Wilton in that girls lacrosse quarterfinal. The 0-1 swung and a miss, pitched down 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Now ready. Meeks brings it home. Soft pop-up on the infield, ranging over to grab it is Gervasio. That's the first out of the inning. 1 on, 1 out. It'll bring up Mark Schmidt. He's 0 for 2. Popped foul down the right field line and struck out. This is a line drive into left center field for a base hit. Played out there nicely by Tucci, so no advance by Drake off of second. Mark Schmidt has his first hit as he joins the parade.
That happened so quick I didn't have time to mention his last at bat. Schmidt jumped all over that first pitch fastball as we get a meeting here from Coach Ratchford. And it looks like they're going to the bullpen.
You wonder about Trumbull and Darien in softball. Sophia Barber hit a 3-run homer, and the Blue Wave have taken a 3-1 lead on the Eagles middle of the 3rd inning in that quarterfinal game.
And so we will have Devin Louise coming in from left field to pitch now, and going from that's Andrew Louise.
Andrew Lewis coming in from, okay, gotcha.
From left field coming in to pitch, and going from DH is Hernandez. He will now go play left field.
All right. With a pitching change, we will grab a break. Noah Meeks will step off. Andrew Lewis is going to climb on the hill. 8-0 Darien as we play here, bottom of the 4th. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
Alberto Londano Professional Painting, Wallpapering, and Carpentry has been serving Fairfield County for over 20 years. Based in Norwalk, Alberto takes pride in his work by offering you only the best quality service and products. Call Alberto today to get a free estimate and be one step closer to a new and exciting home makeover. 203-866-9635.
When it comes to local entertainment, we've got it all.
From movies, local artists, etiquette, and more.
Watch HAN Arts and Leisure every Thursday at 2 on the HAN Network.
Hi, I'm Rob Adams with my good friend Donald Eng, and we're the home team for Nutmeg Sports, Monday through Wednesday at 2 o'clock right here on the HAN Network. We are the place for all things Connecticut sports, so come hang out with us on Nutmeg Sports. Don? They don't call him the best color man in the game for nothing. Nutmeg Sports, 2 o'clock, Monday through Wednesday, right here on the HAN Network. Back here in Darien, the new pitcher, as Frank told you, is Andrew Lewis, the left fielder. He will come in and pitch. Javon Hernandez will go out to left field, so that takes the designated hitter away. The numbers for Noah Meeks, there's sometimes you're just sorry to read numbers like these. 18 pitches and a third of an inning. Currently 2 runs, both earned on 4 hits. Didn't walk anyone, didn't strike out anyone. He is responsible for both Chris Drake at second and Mark Schmidt at first. Just didn't have his best stuff today.
No, and it started off as rough as it's going to get with the leadoff home run there from Brown.
We saw Andrew Lewis pitch on Wednesday. We also told you a little earlier how he got himself into a 7th inning pickle but settled down and got the win. And he brings it home and greets us the exact same way, greeting Matt Drake, that he greeted Staples on Wednesday. He began wild and in the dirt before he settled down.
We saw his first 2 pitches on Wednesday bounce into home plate before he was able to settle things down.
The 1-0 pitch on the way. That misses low, 2-0. Matt Drake, in the meantime, has been on base twice and scored a run. He's 1 for 1. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 runs in, 8-0, 1 out. Here it comes. Big breaking ball, misses, 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. Bit of a lull settles in at Darien. And now the 3-0. Inside, ball 4. Good snap on that pitch, but did not find the strike zone. So it is a 4-pitch walk. First walk allowed by Lewis. Down to first goes Drake. Here's Justin Jordan. He's been on base once, reached last time on an error. That was a big play at the time. It brought in 2 runs. He's 0 for 2. Now the pitch with the infield in. That misses 1-0. Lewis started things the other day, as we said, in a little bit of havoc. We'll recap in a moment. The 1-0. Misses. That is now 6 in a row out of the strike zone. He walked Mike Fanning to start that inning, then walked Max Popkin Mike Kusa before walking Matt Stone as well. Then he got Elliot Pooley, and that was key. He got Pooley to ground into a 5-4 fielder's choice, and then a caught stealing and a strikeout of Dan Call ended the ballgame and got him the save. 2-0. That's a strike on the outer half. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bases loaded, pitch on the way. Breaking ball's a called strike, 2-2. Top of the order next.
Schofield's been as hot as anyone else in the lineup right now. You want to try to find a way to guarantee yourself of at least Jordan, maybe induce a double play here with a ground ball.
Here's the 2-2 with 1 out. High fly ball out of play, back over our heads and into the trees. We'll do it again. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases loaded, infield in, 2 in, 8-0 Darien. Now the 2-2. That's low, 3-2. Got nowhere to put him. Darien has been relentless, scoring in every inning except the second. 3-2. Bounced off the glove of the pitcher, recovering, grabbed at second. They'll get the out. A run will score. It's 9-0. Nice play to recover by Garnett, as Lewis was able to flag it down but couldn't control it. So reversing his direction was Garnett to make the play.
Yep, and it looked like for a second there either Lewis was going to be able to stop it, start the double play, or Hernandez had a beat on it, would be able to get it. But again, a great job by Hernandez stopping himself and guaranteeing yourself of the one. You surrender the run, but you stop the bleeding just a little bit.
Jamie Schofield is walked and singled, takes a fastball strike at the knees, 0-1. Eighth man up this inning, Rich Brereton on deck. And once again, to quote what Frank said earlier, Jamie Schofield has hit in all 4 innings. The 0-1 pitch. Nice curveball, check swing, throw down the third, no advance, but it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Unless they appeal, they are going to appeal, and he did not swing, so said the base umpire. It's 1-1. So 1-1 on number 1-1 as he climbs back into the left-handed batter's box. 2 out, 3 in, 9-0 Darien. Here's the 1-1. That's on the outer half, 1-2.
And should Schofield reach base here, Brereton will have batted in all 4 innings as well, as he's had quite a busy day himself.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, 9-0 with 3 in and 2 on. Lewis brings it home. Big curveball missed away. Tried to backdoor him, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lacrosse tomorrow here on the HAN Network. Going from the windup, Lewis brings it home. Fouled straight back, still 2-2.
Job to fight that one off down low, pretty close. Don't give the umpire the chance to punch you out.
Home plate umpire retrieved the ball himself. Enjoying a chat with Mike Hallis. We'll settle back in and we'll do it all over again with a 2-2 pitch on the way. Now here it comes with 2 out. That's low, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. Schmidt off third, Matt Drake off second. Here it comes, fouled it back and pinballed around. We'll do it all over again.
Went off Hallis's glove. He's a little upset he wasn't able to squeeze that one there.
Interesting guest joining us Monday, by the way. I might not have time to talk about it right now, but perhaps I will have a moment when we go into the 5th inning. Here's the payoff. That's low, ball 4. They're loaded up again. We'll tell you more about it on Monday on Nutmeg Sports, but Don and I will speak with a gentleman who has a product coming out that'll be of interest to many of you. You've seen the bat catch you know, on that as you follow through on the mask. Well, this company is developing a gel mask. Pitch is a called strike, 0-1. We're going to talk with him on Monday. No balls, 1 strike with 2 out. Nutmeg Sports will take place Monday at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. Here's the 0-1. Big breaking ball is lifted foul and out of play, first base side, quickly 0-2. You'll be around for some of Nutmeg later in the week, I believe.
I think I might be there on Monday, actually.
The 0-2 is lifted onto the outfield grass, tracking it and putting it away is Garnett, and the 9th man up in the inning ends the inning. For Darien, they put 3 more on the board, and they strand the bases loaded. They have left 8 on base today. We go on to inning number 5 in Darien, and the Blue Wave lead the Danbury Hatters 9-0. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
Connecticut is coming back to hometown banking, to a partner that makes small businesses feel big, where community comes first, where you get the know-how only neighbors can deliver, where saving time is important too. It's time to expect more. It's time to bank well, bank smart, bank local, bank well. With the 24-month Bank Well Smart CD, you can earn 1.35% APY and raise your rate and add to your CD.
For over 25 years, Mike Cizik Painting and Wallpapering has been the name to know for residential and commercial properties in Fairfield County. He uses only the top brands, including Benjamin Moore, for impeccable preparation and lasting quality. Call Mike now and receive $500 off any job over $7,000. Mike is currently accepting reservations for spring, so call him today at 203-770-8869 or 203-972-3310. For your custom painting, finishing, and staining needs, it's Mike Cizik.
I'm Kate Chaplinsky. Join us for Coffee Break weekdays at 11 to get the latest Connecticut news, weather, high school sports, and more. News doesn't get any more local than on Coffee Break on the HAN Network.
To the fifth inning we go. Nick Gervasio, Mike Tucci, Brent Jacobellis do up. I'm willing to bet this is what bit me before, by the way.
That is a big bug.
Yep. Something bit me earlier today. Right on the neck, in fact. We go on to the fifth inning. We're outside today. Our press box is underneath the HAN Network tent, and believe me, it is a beautiful day to be doing so. But let's move on to inning number 5. Gervasio lifts it to center. Waiting and putting it away is Justin Jordan, 1 out.
Some anxious parents in the VIP section.
Nobody on and 1 out for Mike Tucci, who's 0 for 1. In fact, they're all 0 for 1. As we head back around to the top of the order, Jacobellis, as we get back to the order, some of, obviously the rest have been up a couple of times. Jacobellis will be 0 for 2, but here's Tucci right now. He swings and lifts it, foul. Over to give it a look, out of play it goes. Casey Brown was giving it a glance, 0-1. For Brereton, by the way, all this first pitch swinging, he is at a cool and comfortable 51 pitches.
And he's had great control of the strike zone. We've only seen 1 walk on the day, 1 hit, as both of those were surrendered to Garnett. 2 walks, 1 hit, and 1 error.
The 0-1. Fastball misses away, 1-1.
Cerno and Garnett, the only base runners for the Hatters today.
1 ball, 1 strike. Now the pitch on the way. Ran it inside. Did it hit him? He is going to say yes. Home plate umpire said yes. The reaction was enough to tell you that Tucci got hit, but it couldn't tell for sure. Down he goes on the hit by pitch.
And it was definitely very tight inside. You could tell it knocked him off his feet, jumped back off the plate, immediately went to his hand. So on base is Tucci with the hit by pitch. And now we see the top of the order again with Jacobellis.
He's 0 for 2, lined to short and grounded to short. He would like to stay away from Chris Drake. He will not be able to do so. He hits it this time to Schofield. They go to second for 1, on to first. Got him. 5-4-3 double play. The twin killing retires the Hatters here in the top of the 5th inning. Nothing across for Danbury. They're down to their final 6 outs. We're through the middle of the 5th inning. 9-0. Darien leading Danbury. You're watching the FCIAC. It was a great game, but it got messy at the end. With sports, I'm Rob Adams. Kate, back to you.
Thanks, Rob. Well, speaking of messy, here's a story about how Triple S cleaned up a big problem for the HAN Network. Eric, let's roll that footage.
The HAN Network travels all over Fairfield County in our HAN Cruiser, covering news, sports, and entertainment.
And when we do, we make sure that our HAN Network branded floor mats are with us to keep the dust and dirt outside.
These mats get filthy, and there's only one company that can get rid of that kind of dirt.
Triple S, with locations all over Fairfield County. We're just now pulling into their Stamford facility. Rob, let's go see if Steve and Wanda can clean these mats up.
Wanda, Steve, literally thousands of feet have walked across our mats in the last 5 months in wind, rain, mud, more.
Is there any way you could make these mats look like new again?
No problem.
That's what we do here. Come on in.
For more than 50 years, Triple S has been Fairfield County's expert service for carpet, upholstery, and drapery cleaning. We provide the best in repairs and in-depth restoration, understanding fabrics and how to properly clean and restore them. Our staff will come to your home to clean your wall-to-wall carpet to perfection. We can also pick up your fine carpets and bring them to our facilities. With locations in Norwalk, Stamford, and Stratford, Triple S will get the job done fast, big or small. At Triple S, you can count on our people as well as our cleaning. Find us at triplesclean.com or 203-847-8000.
9-0 as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Casey Brown will lead things off. He homered his last time up. He scored 2 runs today. He's driven in 1. He is 1 for 2. He's also been hit by a pitch and grounded to second. He takes a called strike, 0-1.
That was the second time last inning that we saw all 9 Blue Wave players step up to the dish.
The 0-1. That's low. 1 ball, 1 strike. They're in the 4th inning now, and Fairfield Ward is leading Greenwich 1-0. Ridgefield Norwalk stay tied at 1. They're through 4. The 1-1. A breaking ball called strike, 1-2.
Nice off-speed pitch there. Came in around the belt, dropped down to the knees.
We try to be fully informational as the 1-2 comes home. Misses outside, 2-2. A gentleman came over to talk to Sean Saylor, wanted to know the Norwalk Ridgefield score, and just as he entered our tent, don't you know I said it. Fate has a funny way of doing these things. The 2-2. Breaking ball bounced foul at the plate. It'll stay 2-2. Depending on who you talk to, the scorekeeper has taken an error off the board and awarded Darien a 10th hit. I do not concur. But we'll revisit that in a moment. The 2-2. Hit him. So to first he goes. A hit by pitch from Andrew Lewis. That's the 3rd batter to be hit in this game. Lewis has struggled a hair with his control as Sean O'Malley will step in. He walked, grounded to short, doubled. He scored twice. Left-handed batter. That's low. 1 ball, no strikes. Now they've got him picked off first. The throw down to second, and the tag made. He climbs back on the bag. He is safe. That will get lots of hooting and hollering, and that'll get a visit from Sean Ratchford. They will go out and talk it over. Now, appeal, please, with the 3rd umpire. 3 umpires here today. The 2 base umpires will talk it over, and the home plate umpire will join the clatch. You can hear from the Danbury dugout the cries of, "You heard it, hit him in the helmet." So the arbiters will have their say. Will they overturn anything? They appear they will not. Coach Ratchford seems satisfied. He will go back to the dugout. So all that results in a runner on second and a 1-0 pitch. And a stolen base.
That's correct. And another good slide there from a Darien player. Going outside, avoid the tag down low, and a heads-up play to immediately crawl back to the bag, not assuming you were out.
Let us not lose track of that in the narrative. I agree with you. Lost in all of that until you mentioned it just now as an outstanding slide by Casey Brown. So O'Malley climbs back in with a 1 ball, no strike count. A 9-0 ball game. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball, and he's heading to third on a wild pitch. So Brown enjoying his way around the bases, and it's 2-0.
Keep in mind, after the Brown home run, O'Malley did go off the top of the left center wall last at bat. So the issue with a sac fly here, power is not that.
2 balls, no strikes, 9-0. Here it comes. And a high fly ball fouling out of play, third base side, 2-1. Let us glance back There is not a chance in the world, by the way, as the pitch is a called strike, 2-2, and I will happily debate it. I'm looking back at that error that has been changed to a hit. That would be on the Justin Jordan play, Frank, in the third inning. There is not a chance. Here's the 2-2. High fly ball off third and out of play. It'll stay 2-2.
Yeah, that has to be scored in error. There isn't even an argument to be made.
No, bouncer to the right side. It was a nice play to get over to cover by Getz, but he threw it right over the first base.
He threw it 3 feet to the right of him.
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate trying to give the kid credit for the effort.
The 2-2 stays outside, 3-2. So that's just it. I'm just glancing at the scoreboard. They've got 9-10-1, but I'm going to stick with what I have for Darien. They have 0-1-0 for Danbury, and that's where I disagree. This is right back up the middle. Nearly took the head of Andrew Lewis off. Coming on to score run number 10 is Casey Brown. It's a 10-0 game. O'Malley gets his first run batted in the third time he's been on base today.
And he's now 1 for 3 on the day, 2 for 3 on the day with a walk, 2 runs scored, and his first RBI.
That'll bring up Chris Drake. He's 2 for 3, scored 2 runs. There's a called strike. At the letters, 0-1. Runner off first, Sean O'Malley. Throw over to first, back safely, being held on by Gervasio. The Blue Wave have scored 4 in the first, none in the second, but 2 in the third, 2 in the third, 3 in the fourth, and now 1 in the fifth. He swings and misses, 0-2.
We've got more action making its way out to the Hatters bullpen.
Working from the stretch, he brings it home. A called strike 3, throw down to first. Good job to short hop it by Gervasio. Down on strikes goes Drake, 1 away. One down for Cord Fox. A long look and the pitch on the way. He swings and bounces it to third. They'll go to second, taken off and into right field. Everybody's safe.
I'll score that one an E5 on the error throw.
I will as well.
From Torres. Appears the scoreboard will confirm with us on this one.
Again, scoring an art in and of itself, and there is some room for interpretation depending on who the official scorer is. So we're just having a healthy discussion of the way we scored it versus them. Pitch on the way is grabbed with no advance on the runners off first and second. Mark Schmidt has 1 ball, no strikes. He singled his last time up, 1 for 3 overall.
And based on the spectators in the right center, behind the right center wall, we'll either assume that Darien tennis or girls lacrosse has come to an end.
1-0 stays high. 2 balls and no strikes.
We'll see if we can get a score update on one of those before the next inning.
It's too bad I can't think of somebody to ask to check scores. It is a final, by the way, Frank. 18-9. Darien getting the win as it's 3 balls and no strikes. A little birdie named Sean Saylor passed that along. 3 balls, no strikes.
He really does it all.
He does.
Except for eating hot dogs.
And that's ball 4. And thank you for the pregame snack.
Thank you to Swanky Franks, who actually threw in the free dog with us after buying 5. Thought that was very nice.
And we are going to get what looks like another change on the mound. In the meantime, that was the 3rd walk allowed by Lewis. His day is done. He will step off. We will step out and meet a new pitcher. New pitcher looking like it is going to be Jeff Torres, who will come on and pitch. Gets an appreciative hand from the fans here at Darien, but damage done. We continue on. It's 10-0. Darien on top of Danbury. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
Walter Stewart's Market in New Canaan is your time-saving local shopping destination for the best of spring. Find many of your favorite products, from great specials on everyday items to the freshest organic produce, artisanal cheeses, and grass-fed steaks. Chop off your knives to be sharpened. Grab a beautiful bouquet of spring flowers and stop in next door for a wine tasting. Plus, their personable staff is always ready to lend a helping hand. So stop in to Walter Stewart's Market, 229 Elm Street today, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
A Better View Window Cleaning Plus has been cleaning glass all over Connecticut for over 20 years. They also specialize in cleaning chandeliers, mirrors, skylights, tiles, and will power wash anything that needs cleaning. They hold an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and are fully insured and bonded. When you deal with the Better View, you're dealing with the best, not the rest. Call today for a free estimate, 203-284-8836, or visit them online, abetterviewcleaning.com.
I'm Denise DiGregoli, the host of The Drive on the HAN Network. Join me Tuesdays for some motivational, intelligent talk with a little humor as we visit with people who live their lives mindfully. Tune in to The Drive live on Tuesdays, 12:30, here on the HAN Network.
Back with you here in Darien. Jeff Torres is the new pitcher. This will be the fourth pitcher of the afternoon for Danbury. And Matt Drake will be first. Takes a called strike, 0-1.
Torres comes in with 1 out in the inning. The base is loaded, and another Danbury pitcher forced with handling a jam.
Torres brings it home. Lifted to left and deep and down the line. It'll bounce around. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. On to second with a double. It's 12-0.
And that's a ground rule double. It took a hop over the shorter fence out in left field.
So 2 runs batted in and a 12-0 ball game. Scoring was O'Malley and then Cord Fox. Schmidt went to third. And now Justin Jordan. In the dirt, but no advance from the runners. 1-0.
And I don't want to jinx it, but more than likely batting for a 5th time today. On deck is Schofield.
And here's the 1-0. Breaking ball, called strike. 1-1. Here's the 1-1. To short against the drawn-in infield, and throwing him out is Cerno as he looked the runner back to third, 2 away. So Jordan now 0 for 4. Back to the top of the order, and Jamie Schofield. Schofield, hitting for the 5th time today, has grounded to second, singled, stole a base, and walked twice. Takes a slider strike that dances around and backdoors 0-1. The Blue Waves sent 9 to the plate in the first inning, sent 7 to the plate in the third, 9 in the fourth. He swings and bounces it foul, 0-2. In this inning, they've sent 8 to the plate.
We talked at the start of the broadcast with how good their pitchers have been and the dominance and the depth there, but it has been the bats that have stole the show today.
The 0-2. Fastball upstairs, 1-2. They'll throw down to third. No harm.
And that's not to say that Brederton has just also been phenomenal. Through 5 innings, he's thrown 53 pitches.
The 1-2. Stays high. Two balls, 2 strikes. Now the 2-2. Misses outside, fastball 3-2. Three more in. It's a 12-0 Darien lead. The 3-2. Fastball is lifted to left center field in a long run and near the fence. It'll bounce off the fence. 2 runs will score. To second goes Schofield. A double. 14-0. Schmidt and Drake both come on to score.
And for the 3rd inning today, the Wave has now batted all 9 batters.
Rich Brereton, 9th man of the inning, walked and scored, struck out, a fielder's choice, and he popped foul to the outfield grass to second. Brereton 0 for 3 with a run scored. Fastball's a called strike at the letters, 0-1. Pitch on the way. He swings and bounces it foul. And it's 0-2 with 2 out. We're in the bottom of the 5th. 12-0 Darien. 14-0 Darien, excuse me.
And Chandler Kirby just scored again.
Thinking back to girls lacrosse, here's the 0-2. Fastball misses high, 1-2. Boys lacrosse tomorrow, Wilton and New Canaan at Dunning Field. The 1-2. Checked his swing, outstanding bat control, and he did not swing on appeal. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That is not easy to do.
Oh, great strength in the forearms right there. Stopping his swing after almost biting on the ball down in the dirt. Gives himself another pitch.
2-2. Breaking ball misses, ball 4. Oh, it got him, they're saying. Hit by the pitch. So he will go down to first. And again, another hit batter in this game.
And now what do I do?
Oh, I know. As this is lifted to deep left, back to the fence. It'll bounce around and stay in the ballpark. 2 more are going to try to score. Safe at home, Brereton. It is a 16-0 ball game as Casey Brown comes up big with a double.
That was on the first pitch there. His second at-bat of the inning. He was hit to start the inning, comes back with the 2-run double, and the lead continues to grow now as the Wave have put up 7 here in the 5th.
This matters virtually not at all, but it's the first time in any baseball game this year that I've had to go to an extra inning. Just the scorekeeper's nightmare. Pitch misses to Sean O'Malley, 1-0.
And we were talking about the New Canaan-Wilton game tomorrow at Dunning. That'll be at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It is the last one of the 4 quarterfinal games.
Swinging and missing. Brown, 1-1.
Tomorrow afternoon.
The last we knew, it was still a 1-1 game, by the way. Trumbull has climbed on top of Darien 6-3, 6th inning in softball, but a 1-1 game the last we knew between Ridgefield and Norwalk. We're keeping an eye on that as well. The winner plays the winner of that game. 2 balls, 1 strike. He swings and lifts it to deep right field, ranging back near the fence. This will bounce off the fence. Rounding first, heading towards second, and sliding in with a double is O'Malley. Scoring is Brown. It's 17-0.
And that is the second time in the last 3 innings that O'Malley has put one off the fence, as the Hatters are going to reconvene with the infield out on the mound and try to calm down Torres here.
Torres is not fooling anyone right now. And Sean Ratchford will continue to work on that path between the third base dugout and the pitcher's mound. The Hatters just astounded at this point. Will we see another new pitcher? Indeed we will. So we'll need a fifth line for a pitcher here. Torres' day is done. We'll meet a new pitcher.
It's going to be number 35, Justin Solomine, as they hand the ball over to the freshman here to try and get themselves out of what has been just a disastrous fifth inning.
17-0. Let's take a break. We'll come back to Darien right after this. The Blue Wave on top in the FCIAC quarterfinals. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
I think what makes ONS special is that it has everything that makes academic medicine great. We have the fellowship-trained specialists, but we still bring the style and type of medicine that's indicative of a community practice.
We are all trained in our area of interest and expertise, so our patients see a doctor who specializes in their particular injury.
I did have 2 consults with major New York City hospitals, but I just felt that the care was best here. I was treated like a rock star. The surgery exceeded any expectations that I had.
Connecticut is coming back to hometown banking, to a partner that makes small businesses feel big, where community comes first, where you get the know-how only neighbors can deliver, where saving time is important too. It's time to expect more. It's time to bank well, bank smart, bank local, bank well. With the 24-month Bank Well Smart CD, you can earn 1.35% APY and raise your rate and add to your CD.
For more than 50 years, Triple S has been Fairfield County's expert service for carpet, upholstery, and drapery cleaning. We provide the best in repairs and in-depth restoration, understanding fabrics and how to properly clean and restore them. Our staff will come to your home to clean your wall-to-wall carpet to perfection. We can also pick up your fine carpets and bring them to our facilities. With locations in Norwalk, Stamford, and Stratford, Triple S will get the job done fast, big or small. At Triple S, you can count on our people as well as our cleaning.
Find us at triplesclean.com or 203-847-8000.
Back here in Darien. Solomine's first pitch runs inside to Chris Drake, 1-0.
Drake's 2 for 4 on the day with 2 runs scored. He struck out and flew out to center as well.
Solomine making his 3rd appearance on the year, misses low, 2 balls and no strikes. He's pitched 3 2/3 innings, has allowed 6 hits and 6 runs. Walked 2, struck out 2. In a 17-0 ball game, he runs a breaking ball inside 3-0. 12th man to hit in the inning. You know nobody likes this at this point. Once you're up, I mean, yes, Darien's happy, obviously, but pitch on the way. Stays high, ball 4.
It's tough for everyone to watch at this point. You're absolutely right. But what needs to be focused on here for this Danbury team, credit what they had to do this week to get to this point in time. You just have to figure they ran out of steam getting up to here, as we're going to get our first change from the Darien lineup. It'll be Peter Marin, the junior, coming in for Cord Fox as the designated hitter.
He is a right-handed batter.
He is serenaded by the sweet sounds of country heading into the box,
as it seems so many are. He awaits the first offering. Solomine brings it home. Fastball upstairs. That's now 5 in a row out of the strike zone. Marin awaits a 1-0. That's a called strike. Throw down to first. No advance. Back safely. 1 ball, 1 strike to the 13th man to hit in this inning.
Drake on first, being checked on. But not to be forgotten about is O'Malley, who's standing on second after his double not too long ago.
Stays high. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And this will be a scary Darien team at Harbor Yard next week if this is the way the bats are going for them.
The 2-1. A high fly ball ranging over into right center, making the call and the catch is Mike Tucci, and a very long inning comes to an end for the Darien Blue Wave, but a longer inning for the Danbury Hatters, as the Blue Wave put an 8 spot on the board and they leave 2. We go now into the 6th inning. 17-0 the score. With Darien leading Danbury, you're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network. The HAN Network travels all over Fairfield County in our HAN Cruiser, covering news, sports, and entertainment.
And when we do, we make sure that our HAN Network branded floor mats are with us to keep the dust and dirt outside.
These mats get filthy, and there's only one company that can get rid of that kind of dirt.
Triple S, with locations all over Fairfield County. We're just now pulling into their Stamford facility. Rob, let's go see if Steve and Wanda can clean these mats up.
Wanda, Steve, literally thousands of feet have walked across our mats in the last 5 months in wind, rain, mud, more.
Is there any way you could make these mats look like new again?
No problem.
That's what we do here. Come on in.
For more than 50 years, Triple S has been Fairfield County's expert service for carpet, upholstery, and drapery cleaning. We provide the best in repairs and in-depth restoration, understanding fabrics and how to properly clean and restore them. Our staff will come to your home to clean your wall-to-wall carpet to perfection. We can also pick up your fine carpets and bring them to our facilities. With locations in Norwalk, Stamford, and Stratford, Triple S will get the job done fast, big or small. At Triple S, you can count on our people as well as our cleaning. Find us at triplesclean.com or 203-847-8000.
A new pitcher for Mike Scott in the Darien Blue Wave. Rich Brereton done after 5. He can win it, of course.
And I think that's a smart choice here. Take Brereton out of this game. The last 2 innings, almost a formality at this point in time. Save his arm. He will definitely be used again next week at some point up in Bridgeport.
His numbers will be quite easy to figure out. He threw only 53 pitches, 5 innings, no runs, 1 hit, walked 2, hit 1, struck out 1. That is an easy line.
No, he was phenomenal all day, and it's almost shocking how he's an understory compared to the bat play or the hitting ability and display that we saw from Darien
And
today.
all you got to do is look at the scorecard. He got some outs, but got a lot of ground ball outs as well, including a big double play to end the 5th inning. Reed Singewald has hit a 2-run double. Norwalk up 3-1 as they go to the 7th. Pitch on the way here, misses, low and away to Javon Hernandez, 1-0.
Hernandez 0 for 2 on the day, grounded out to third and flied out to center.
The 1-0 is bounced to third. Over to play it. He's going to grab it right there and toss it back to the mound. Smart play there, coming off of third by Schofield. Not even trying to make a play, and no need to. It's an infield single, hit number 2 for Danbury. So Javon for Hernandez on. It'll bring up Eric Cerno, who is 0 for 1, walked and reached on an error. Pitch is a called strike, 0-1. A pinch hitter will climb in next. It'll be Ryan Tomasini hitting next. Pitch on the way. This is roped to left center field on his horse and off the glove of Jordan in center. Around second, heading toward third, and stopping there is Hernandez. Cerno with a double and a little life for Danbury, trailing by 17.
And that one was roped right off the bat. Great piece of hitting there. As just out of the reach of Mike Tucci, hit off the edge of his glove, and we will not see a pinch hitter. They're actually going to stay with Hollis now with second and third and nobody out.
So Nick Walter has been greeted rudely as Hollis steps in. He struck out and grounded to third. 17, 14, and 1 for Darien. 0-3 and 2 for Danbury. And they're trying to change that narrative right now. Here's the pitch to Hollis. That's low, 1-0. Nick Walter on in relief of Rich Brereton, who was outstanding. Here's the 1-0. low. 2 balls and no strikes. Runners off second and third with nobody out. Top of the 6th in Darien. A called strike right at the belt, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Now the pitch on the way. That misses high, 3-1. As Walter resets things. That misses, ball 4. Bases loaded.
So first opportunity of the afternoon for Danbury to make a little noise, and we'll see the pinch hitter here. It's number 25, the junior, Rocco Swenson.
So Rocco Swenson will climb in, as you said. Hitting for Andrew Lewis.
And now we see Ryan Tomasini replacing Hollis out at first, as he will be the pinch runner. Ryan, a senior, will assume the catching duties when we enter the bottom half of the 6th inning.
Although with a re-entry rule, quite possible Hollis could come back. Of course, a lot of the drama out of this ballpark, quite obviously, with the 17-0 game. Here's Swenson. Fastball runs, gets inside. Runner coming from third, scores. 17-1 on the wild pitch. So the shutout off the board. Hernandez scores. Everybody moves up.
And smart base running across the board. Hernandez scoring with ease there. Got a great jump after it hit off the glove of O'Malley. Good job to advance to second and third by Cerno, as well as Tomasini.
And we know now that the winner of this game will meet the Norwalk Bears. 7 strikeouts for Mike Gonzalez. Norwalk beats Ridgefield 3-1. They go to Harbor Yard Monday. They'll take on, likely, Darien. Pitch on the way is a called strike. It misses actually outside, 2-0, excuse me. It obviously, we're not trying to be disrespectful, but it does seem obvious in a 17-1 ball game what the answer will be. Pitch is bounced foul. Looked like it might have popped off of Swenson, 2-1.
A little bit of a wake-up call there for Garnett. He was standing in the on-deck circle. Didn't see it till it was just past his face. And again, it's not something you want to see. No one's enjoying seeing this game almost get out of hand as it did. That
Bounced
one
foul.
Fouled off, yep.
2-2.
But it's a testament to this Darien team and their determination to not be the #1 seed again who underachieves in the tournament.
So Gonzalez, the 1 unearned run on 2 hits, 7 strikeouts. Thanks to Dave Stewart, the 2-2 here with nobody out. Swung on and missed. Got him on a hanging breaking ball. 1 away for a strikeout.
And that was nasty.
That'll bring up Derek Garnett, who's 1 for 1. Singled in the second. That was the first hit for the Hatters at the time, and it was a clean single. There was never any no-hitter drama. That's a called strike at the knees, 0-1 with a fastball. By the way, Lowe was solid for Ridgefield, according to Dave. 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned, no walks, 5 strikeouts. Not a bad day. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Line drive, that's going to pop into center field for a base hit. Coming on to score is Cerno. So Danbury cuts the lead to 17-2, and it looks like another pinch hitter coming up. So 17-2 following the RBI single. Obviously a lot of changes as Rafer Fajardo is going to hit. One thing I always liked about Danbury is they are fearless when it comes to handing out the numbers you can wear. They don't just give you the straight 1 to 25 or kind of thing. Here's a guy wearing 44 stepping in. That's not entirely common.
No, there is a little bit of leeway and some wiggle room with your options there. They have a pretty big roster as well. 44 is the highest number on the roster as Rayfor takes a strike on the outside corner.
No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 2 in the inning so far. We're in the 6th, 17-2. Darien leading Danbury. And he swings a soft line drive. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Pausing, now coming on to score is Tomasini. 3 in the inning, 17-3. And you can hear a little Danbury cheering contingency down the left field line.
As we pick up another pinch hitter here. This time it's number 4, Alex Clampert. So all the seniors being inserted into the lineup now down the stretch and getting the job done thus far through the 6th.
And Alex Clampert has been an HAN Network friend. He has been thrilled every time he has seen all of us. We have called him the spirit coordinator at times because he's been so much fun to work with. And certainly a team leader. Left-handed batter, he steps in. 17-3 ball game with a runner on first and second. He checks a swing and takes a called strike. That pitch had some life to it, 0-1. 3 in the inning, top of the 6th, 17-3. Darien leading Danbury in the quarterfinals. The winner will meet Norwalk on Monday. Now the 0-1. Swing, got a piece of it, bounced it foul, but it's 0-2. And ahead now is Nick Walter, the new pitcher. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And the 0-2. Breaking ball in the dirt, nicely blocked behind the plate. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. A long look in. Now he straightens up, does Walter. Sets high at the letters in the 1-2. Swinging, he bounces it to the right side. It'll be grabbed there. Checking the runner is Casey Brown. He'll go to the bag. Tumbling around is Clampert. And there are 2 away as everybody else moves up. So 3 unassisted. And it'll bring up Mike Tucci, the center fielder. He grounded to second and was hit by a pitch.
Credit the effort from Clampert there, diving for first, trying to beat that one out.
He's got the heart you like to see in a ball player. Here's Tucci, 17-3, 2 on. Pitch got away for a moment, but no advance. O'Malley able to slow it down. 1 ball, no strikes. Top of the order, due up next. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 out. 17-3 ball game. Tucci waiting. He swings, fouls it off. 1-1. Nick Walter on in relief of Rich Brereton, who went 5. We're in the 6th.
Tucci 0 for 1 with a ground out to second. He was hit by a pitch as well in the 5th inning.
The 1-1. Breaking ball stays high. 2 balls and 1 strike. We will have that semifinal game. Certainly Norwalk is in. Darien up 14. You, might know the narrative there. But we've still got some baseball to play. This is a line drive and a catch made in center field by Justin Jordan for the final out of the 6th inning. Danbury, however, does get on the scoreboard with 3 runs. They strand 2 with no errors, and I spy 3, make it 4 base hits, according to my partner. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning in Darien, and the Blue Wave lead the Hatters 17-3. You're watching the FCIAC quarterfinals on the HAN Network.
It's time to come back to hometown banking, where people are taken into account, not just balances. where community comes first. A place where there's more than one kind of interest. Where automation will never replace consideration. Where they not only know your name, they know your dog's name too. It's time to expect more. It's time to bank well. Bank smart. Bank local. Bank well.
Can't wait for it to get warmer so you can start fishing again? Get over to the Dock Shop, where they have the latest in fishing tackle, marine electronics, boating supplies, and more. But remember, the Dock Shop isn't your average tackle shop. You'll also find the finest selection of nautical apparel, jewelry, home decor, and gifts in New England. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, dockshop.com.
At the Language School in Ridgefield, we teach practical language for real life, tailored to your professional needs or those of your children. Offering more than a dozen languages, the school specializes in creating customized classes for businesses, government agencies, and healthcare professionals in Fairfield and Westchester counties. Native speakers from around the world will instruct students of all ages in the language and the culture using a hands-on method. Find out more about what makes us different at thelanguageschoolglobal.com or call us at 203-241-7010. I'm Kate Chaplinsky. Join us for Coffee Break weekdays at 11 to get the latest Connecticut news, weather, high school sports, and more. News doesn't get any more local than on Coffee Break on the HAN network.
We are back here in Darien. It is 17-3. And I believe it is Richard Weckerly coming on to pitch. Sixth pitcher of the afternoon.
And the third lefty that the Hatters have sent to the dish.
And the first pitch is bounced to the right side, gets away, grabbed, and touching the bag is Clampert, who's come on to play first. So one pitch, one out. Bottom of the sixth inning. It'll bring up Matt Drake, who singled, walked twice, doubled, drove in two. He scored 2 runs.
And that was Brian Peters, who was hitting in the place of Schmidt in that last at-bat.
Takes a called strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch on the way. 17-3 game. Breaking ball bounced foul. 0-2. Rolls right out in front of A.J. Simonowski, but there is a chain link fence right in front of us, so he will not be grabbing the loose ball. No balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Justin Jordan expected to hit next, and it looks like it will be the left-handed hitter. Here's the 0-2. A slider that drops down 1-2. So Salamine's visit to the mound was short, but rather sweet. He went a third of an inning. That's high.
Weckerly, the second freshman we've seen on the bump for Danbury today.
The 2-2. Runs it inside, 3-2. You mentioned the probability of a new catcher, and it is Ryan Tomasini behind the plate now. Trumbull beat Darien 6-4 in softball, so the Blue Wave FCIAC season is over. Fastball is pulled to the left side, waiting on it, now playing it, setting and throwing over to first, scoops around, and safe at first on the E6. So 1 on, 1 out. That's error number 3 by our scorecard, committed by the Hatters. It'll bring up Justin Jordan. No, it will not. It'll bring up a pinch hitter. It's James Crawford who will hit.
An uncharacteristic error there from Cerno. Looked like he just stayed a little deep, didn't charge that ball, rushed that throw at the end there, and it came up short.
He waits, left-handed batter. Fastball misses, up and away, 1-0. He's a first baseman, and he waits on a 1-0 well high.
Good job by Tomasini getting up there to stop that one. He urges the freshman pitcher to calm down, find himself.
2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Last of the 6th in Darien, 17-3 Blue Wave. Fastball is a big bouncer to the left side. Ranging over and grabbing it is Cerno. He will throw across, looking to see if it was a foul ball. Now the first base umpire is saying he is out. Crawford is saying not so fast, pleading his case with the home plate umpire. He is not going to get his way. It'll rule as a 6-3 putout. 2 away.
And it looked like Crawford thought that it went off Tomasini, but there might have been some interference. That's not the case.
Back to the top of the order for Jamie Schofield. He has had quite a day. Left-handed batter. He waits. Fastball high, 1-0. And you're right about what Tomasini was saying to the left-hander. Find your release point and settle down. He's leaving it high right now. Number 50 working from the stretch, sets below the belt and brings it home. That misses low and away, 2 balls and no strikes.
Schofield 2 for 3 with 2 walks through the first 5 innings.
He waits, and it hit him.
He will go 2 for 3 with 2 walks and a hit by pitch.
And another hit batter. That is the 4th Blue Wave hit by Danbury pitching today. Brereton also hit 1 hatter, 5 hit batters in this game. Trumbull has also advanced in the FCIAC quarterfinals. They knock off the crosstown St. Joe's Cadets 2-1. Fastball misses high to another new hitter, 1-0.
So far, the high seeds holding serve here in the tournament.
Greenwich trying to join the party as Danny O'Boyle hits. We're in the 6th, 17-3, Darien. Fastball, ground ball through the right side, base hit. Rounding third and holding up, Drake, who reached on the error. So everybody moves up 90, and that's a base hit for the pinch hitter. And it'll bring up Casey Brown. Brown has had a day. He scored 4 times. He's driven in 3. He also homered in the mix. Ball low, 1-0.
He's also 2 for 3 on the day. He's been hit twice, and again, the big homer in the 4th, and just last inning he was hit to start it, and the big double.
And he swings at a fastball and lines it to right field for a base hit. 1 run will score. They'll only move up 90. An RBI single. It's 18-3. Casey Brown having a big afternoon.
Just a triple shy of the cycle.
I am willing to guarantee you he will not see the plate again with the opportunity to do so. Now Mike Scott comes in and says we will have another pinch hitter. And I believe we have reached the point that Coach Scott had some younger players he could have hit in this game.
Up from the farm system, hasn't made the roster yet.
Correct. Ward leading 2-1 with a Giacomo Brancato two-run RBI infield hit. So Ward 2-1 on Greenwich, 6th inning. 0-1. Scott Erickson passing that information along. Pitch on the way, that hit him. A run will score. It's 19-3. So scoring is Schofield. Again, we will see another pinch hitter. And another left-handed batter, which has impressed me about this Darien roster. That stays high 1-0.
It's actually
Excuse me, it is Chris Drake.
It is Chris Drake, yep.
Keeping up on the scorekeeping has been an adventure. 19-3 the score. Pitch on the way.
You are right, though, Rob. And it's been so interesting to see them be so successful from the left side, facing 3 lefty pitchers today. But definitely a weapon heading into the next few rounds, having this many lefties in your lineup.
Pop Fallon out of play.
This most likely will not be the last home game for the Wave. They sit as the number 3 seed in the CIAC for Class LL.
The 1-1 pulled foul first base side. Clampert gave it a run. 1-2.
As we take a look at the top 10 teams in the CIAC, the defending champion Amity, sitting at 19-1, is number 1 overall. Hamden at 18-2 is second. Darien 17-3 is third. South Windsor, number 4 at 14-3. Number 5 is New Milford. They sit at 16-4.
Waiting on a 1-2 pitch is Drake. That's outside. Breaking ball 2-2.
Number 6 will be New Britain at 14-4. Newtown 15-5 is 7. Southington 12-5 is 8. Ridgefield and Ward round out the top 10, both at 14-6.
The 2-2 is a bouncer foul. Clampert gives it another look.
Ridgefield being the 9th team and Ward being the 10th. Ridgefield will have a little bit of time to prepare for their opening round game.
And the latest from Scott Erickson, Greenwich trying to make a comeback. Runners on first and third, 1 out in the 6th, down 2-1, and a pitching change for Ward. Line drive, center field. That'll drop in for a base hit as the 20th run of the afternoon comes on and scores. They'll move it up 90, an RBI single for Drake.
And another one of those balls just in between for the outfielders, unsure of to whether or not they could take a chance at it and forced to just let it bounce.
So Boyle comes on and scores. To third goes Brown. So bases stay loaded, and Peter Marin will hit again. He flied to center his last time up. 9th man up in the 6th inning, and the pitch on the way. Breaking balls, a called strike, 0-1.
And keep in mind, all this has been done with 2 outs. Again.
And I feel bad for the guy running the scoreboard because it's so out of control at this point. It's actually 20-3. It's a lot to keep track of. And the pitch is a sky-high fly ball on the outfield grass. Calling for it is Cerno, and that will end the inning. But the Blue Wave put 3 more on the scoreboard. They'll also strand 3. We'll go to the 7th inning. Darien leads 20-3. You're watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network.
Have a sports injury or a slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Biking, golf, tennis, soccer, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care, open Monday through Saturday, now in 2 locations. The iPark building at 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
Can't wait for it to get warmer so you can start fishing again? Get over to the Dock Shop, where they have the latest in fishing tackle, marine electronics, boating supplies, and more. But remember, the Dock Shop isn't your average tackle shop. You'll also find the finest selection of nautical apparel, jewelry, home decor, and gifts in New England. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, dockshop.com.
Mosquitoes, ticks, gone. Guaranteed. That's what Mosquito Squad guarantees as America's most trusted mosquito and tick control company. Locally owned and operated, over 90,000 homes have been protected by Mosquito Squad using their dual protection method for season-long protection, which includes barrier spray service for eliminating mosquitoes and adult ticks, as well as supplemental programs to increase tick control. They use only USDA organic options, which are safe and non-toxic. Contact them today at www.squadctny.com or 203-893-4309. Mosquito Squad. No bugs, no bites, no kidding.
I'm Kate Chaplinsky. Join us for Coffee Break, weekdays at 11 to get the latest Connecticut news, weather, high school sports, and more. News doesn't get any more local than on Coffee Break on the HAN Network.
To the top of the 7th we go. Rob Adams, Frank Granito, 20-3 the score.
The junior Brian Yim, number 12, will be pinch hitting in place of Jacko Bellis.
Right-handed hitter.
Left-handed pitcher is Justin Jordan.
Nick Walter threw 26 pitches in an inning, 3 runs all earned, 4 hits, walked 1 strikeout, also a wild pitch, and it's 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, pitch on the way, fastball fouled straight back, 1-1. Scared the daylights out of a young man standing back there watching it. But no damage to the birdhouse cam. No, 1-1 on the way, lifted foul and out of play first base side, bounced off a tree and almost comes all the way back into the ballpark, 1-2.
Maybe several Darien players need to be checked for ticks tonight after all the time spent in the woods.
That's an excellent point. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. None out, excuse me, and a breaking ball is swung and a miss. Now there's 1 away. First strikeout for the new pitcher, 1 away. Javon Hernandez will hit for himself. He grounded to third, flied to center, singled, and scored. Eric Cerno will hit next. A 20-3 lead. And the pitch on the way. Misses.
This will not be the end of Danbury's season either, as they have qualified for the LL State Tournament.
The 1-0. Lifted foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. They'll have a little time to wait, as will Staples, who could have been in this game just as easily.
Staples, the defending FCIAC and state runner-up.
2 balls, 1 strike.
From 2015.
But the Wreckers out for the first time in nearly a decade in the FCIAC. Swing and a grounder right back to the mound. Nicely played, and he throws him out. Nice play by Justin Jordan. 2 away, and the Hatters down to their last at-bat. It'll be Eric Cerno due up.
And one of the positives for Danbury, which will be tough to see right now, Rob, is that you've got a lot of freshmen who had some serious playing time today and were thrown into the fire. And it's a very good learning experience for them in their first year.
Another tweet from Scott Erickson. John Natoli came on to pitch in that game in Greenwich Ward. Tell you more in a moment. That's low, 1-1. Picks a runner off first, gets a strikeout to escape. Ward leads Greenwich 2-1 heading to the 7th. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here it comes. Lifted foul back behind the plate. And the Hatters down to their final strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Cerno, the last hope. He's 1 out of 2. He's been on base twice and scored a run. He swings and grounds it to the right side. Grabbed over there. The throw to first in time, and the ball game is over. So the Darien Blue Wave have advanced to the semifinals, where they will play the Norwalk Bears on Monday night or Monday late afternoon at the ballpark at Harbor Yard.
And it was a great, complete performance across the board. They dominated in every aspect of the game today. Truly looked like the #1 seed in this tournament. But again, this is where they got to last year. They're trying to right that ship. So a big matchup against the Bears on Monday night.
We'll come back with the totals and the recap before we say goodbye. A long afternoon has come to a close here at Darien High School. The final score, the Darien Blue Wave 20 and the Danbury Hatters 3. Back to tell you about it right after this. You're watching the FCIAC Quarterfinals on the HAN Network. It was a great game, but it got messy at the end. With sports, I'm Rob Adams. Kate, back to you.
Thanks, Rob. Well, speaking of messy, here's a story about how Triple S cleaned up a big problem for the HAN Network. Eric, let's roll that footage.
The HAN Network travels all over Fairfield County in our HAN Cruiser, covering news, sports, and entertainment.
And when we do, we make sure that our HAN Network branded floor mats are with us to keep the dust and dirt outside.
These mats get filthy, and there's only one company that can get rid of that kind of dirt.
Triple S, with locations all over Fairfield County. We're just now pulling into their Stanford facility. Rob, let's go see if Steve and Wanda can clean these mats up.
Wanda, Steve, literally thousands of feet have walked across our mats in the last 5 months in wind, rain, mud, more.
Is there any way you could make these mats look like new again?
No problem. That's what we do here. Come on in.
For more than 50 years, Triple S has been Fairfield County's expert service for carpet, upholstery, and drapery cleaning. We provide the best in repairs and in-depth restoration, understanding fabrics and how to properly clean and restore them. Our staff will come to your home to clean your wall-to-wall carpet to perfection. We can also pick up your fine carpets and bring them to our facilities. With locations in Norwalk, Stanford, and Stratford, Triple S will get the job done fast, big or small. At Triple S, you can count on our people as well as our cleaning. Find us at triplesclean.com or 203-847-8000. A Better View Window Cleaning Plus has been cleaning glass all over Connecticut for over 20 years. They also specialize in cleaning chandeliers, mirrors, skylights, tiles, and will power wash anything that needs cleaning. They hold an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and are fully insured and bonded. When you deal with the Better View, you're dealing with the best, not the rest. Call today for a free estimate, 203-284-8836, or visit them online, abetterviewcleaning.com.
Do you need help reaching or maintaining your fitness goals? For over 20 years, Mike Pernice has tailored his time and expertise to clients on both coasts whose schedules demand flexibility and accountability. Mike is a certified lifestyle manager and has been called upon to help his clients eliminate negative behaviors such as coping with stress, improving their time management, setting realistic life goals, and cutting down compulsive behavior. If you're ready to start working toward a more energetic, productive, and healthier you, call Mike Pernice.
I think what makes ONS special is that it has everything that makes academic medicine great. We have the fellowship-trained specialists, but we still bring the style and type of medicine that's indicative of a community practice.
We are all trained in our area of interest and expertise, so our patients see a doctor who specializes in their particular injury.
I did have 2 consults with major New York City hospitals, but I just felt that the care was best here. I was treated like a rock star. The surgery exceeded any expectations that I had.
Connecticut is coming back to hometown banking, to a partner that makes small businesses feel big, where community comes first, where you get the know-how only neighbors can deliver, where saving time is important too. It's time to expect more. It's time to bank well, bank smart, bank local, bank well. With the 24-month Bank Well Smart CD, you can earn 1.35% APY and raise your rate and add to your CD.
At the Language School in Ridgefield, we teach practical language for real life, tailored to your professional needs or those of your children. Offering more than a dozen languages, the school specializes in creating customized classes for businesses, government agencies, and healthcare professionals in Fairfield and Westchester counties. Native speakers from around the world will instruct students of all ages in the language and the culture using a hands-on method. Find out more about what makes us different at thelanguageschoolglobal.com or call us at 203-241-7010. Have a sports injury or a slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Biking, golf, tennis, soccer, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care, open Monday through Saturday, now in 2 locations. the iPark building at 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalarthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
Some games really don't take a whole lot to sum up. When you've got a ball game that ends 20-3, there really is not a whole lot to say. We will grab a post-game guest, however. The final score, Darien 20 and Danbury 3. Frank Granito's gone to the field. We've got Frank, so we can hear him. With Frank Granito, I'm Rob Adams. 20-3, once again, the final score. And a guest ready to go, in fact. So if A.J. Simonowski's got a thumbs up for me, Frank Granito, it is all yours.
Thank you, Rob. I'm down with Rich Brayton. Rich, great job today. You were unbelievable on the mound, but let's start with the bats. Everyone in the lineup hitting. What was going great for you guys?
Well, we stuck to a good approach. Our guys got good pitches to hit, and we put good line drive swings on the ball.
You were dealing on the mound today. Your stuff looked awesome from start till when they took you out. Do you think Coach saved you so you can throw a little bit next week too?
Yeah, it kind of just worked out this way. We're confident with whoever we put out there, and I was ready to go, and I'm happy to help the team get the win.
You guys were the #1 seed last year, and you fell in the semifinals. What makes this team different, and you guys believe that you can make a run here?
Well, last year we just tightened up in that game. This year we just got to play loose, play our game like we did today, and we'll be in a good spot. We're confident in all of our guys, like I said, and we're ready to go.
You guys will be playing the Norwalk Bears. Anything you need to do specifically to take advantage of that game?
We're just going to play our game. Like I said, we're going to come out and have a good practice on Sunday and get ready.
Rich, thanks a lot. Congrats again. Rob, let's go back up to you.
We'll take it back here indeed, and our thanks to Rich Brereton for joining us. His dad had just stopped over to watch and listen for a moment when papers began to fly around here, and Frank wrapped up the interview. So let us recap as quickly as we can. Folks, there really is not a lot to say in a 20-3 ball game, as I was saying to you. You know, the Hatters went quietly in the first, and the Blue Wave came up, and Jamie Schofield led off with a grounder to second. After that, it all fell apart. 4 runs for the Blue Wave in the first inning, then another 2 more in the third. That followed with 3 runs in the fourth, 8 in the fifth, 3 in the sixth. I mean, Frank, I don't know what more to add.
It was as complete a performance as you're going to see a baseball team play. It just from start to finish, and it was more than all 9 guys in the lineup because the subs came in and they did their job as well. But it was really a dominant performance, and it sets the tone not only for this team but for the rest of the teams remaining now moving forward that this is a Darien team that means business.
Absolutely, but what a job. Totals on the day for the Danbury Hatters, 3 runs, 4 hits. They committed 1 error, and they left 5. For the Darien Blue Wave, 20 runs on 17 hits. Now, I've got my errors backwards, so excuse me. 3 errors for the Hatters is what I meant to say, so let me recap that once again. For the Danbury Hatters, 3 runs on 4 hits, 3 errors, they stranded 5. For the Darien Blue Wave, 20 runs on 17 hits, 1 error, they stranded 13. Time of the game, 2 hours and 28 minutes. Rich Brereton gets the win. JJ gets the loss to drop to 3-3 on the year. And in honor of our buddy Alex Clampert, who has given us faux attendance numbers every time. He had 95,000 for our first broadcast, 85,000 the other day. I'm going to say the old Yankee Stadium number of 57,545 on a sunny afternoon here at Darien High School, just in honor of Alex Clampert.
And, you know, it seems about right. There maybe was 1 or 2 seats that were empty. But, no, it was an unbelievable day. It was a great game for Darien. Tough for Danbury.
Right.
But they've got to rebound now, get ready for the state tournament. There's still baseball left to play for them. But Monday night is going to be absolutely incredible. I'm looking forward to sneaking out of dinner and watching it from up in Milford. But I will be there with you Wednesday for the championship. I'll see you tomorrow and a lot next week.
I'm glancing as quick as I can. Ward's still a 2-1 lead on Greenwich. They've gone to the 7th in that game. The winner will play the Trumbull Eagles, who knocked off St. Joseph earlier today. And the winner of this game, Darien, will now play Norwalk on Monday. We'll let you know all the details. And, of course, Frank and I back tomorrow with, as you said, the Wilton Warriors and the New Canaan Rams. For a very, very weary and tired group here, let's say that'll do it from Darien High School. The final score on this Friday afternoon, the Darien Blue Wave 20 and the Danbury Hatters 3. The Hatters dropped to 12-9 on the season overall. If you count the playoff loss, they're 9-8 in the FCIAC. For the Blue Wave, now 18-3, 14-3 in the conference. We're back with you tomorrow, 4 o'clock for boys lacrosse, Wilton and New Canaan at Dunning Field in New Canaan. For our entire crew here at Darien High School, Marty Hersom, Josh Fisher, Aaron Berkowitz, Jenny Schrenker, who hung in all afternoon to run a camera, Rocco Veluzzo, Sean Saylor, AJ Simonowski directing, Frank Granito alongside of me. I'm Rob Adams. Darien gets the win. The final score, Darien 20, Danbury 3. You've been watching the FCIAC on the HAN Network. Ladies and gentlemen, good night from Darien High School.